It's Geordie again.
Counter-attack.
Exactly. Can't say that. So yesterday, I felt like we had an all-time classic episode. We had a lot of feedback from a lot of people that are like, in the world, in the scene, whatever. A lot of people reached out to me to say that they really liked the show and they had been watching, but they hadn't mentioned that they'd been watching, which,
Well, we had our first big talk about cultural going on.
I think what we achieved was this is the first time since first time on Filthy at 5 that we've been the first people to talk about something.
That too, yeah.
Which I appreciate. I think the fact that you had a perspective, Miles had a perspective, Poet had a perspective. I think the fact there were so many different voices, and this thing I spoke to Joe Walker earlier, who obviously he beats radio, represent, journalist, does really well in a lot of different fields. He was like, that's because he's been at Filthy when Filthy's been backstage or whatever, and he was like, that's the closest I've ever seen to Filthy looking like what it looks like backstage.
Yeah.
But he said the good thing about it is that StreamYard doesn't let you shout over each other. It just picks an audio, goes, that's the audio you guys are hearing. So it's like everyone on Filthy is now learning the discipline of there's no point shouting over each other.
No, there's none. You know what I tend to do? I just let Poet talk.
Yeah.
I wait to jump in.
And one thing, I watched it back this morning. There was one bit where I let someone say something that I knew wasn't correct.
Yeah.
And I should have gone, all right, but then it's like you can derail a conversation too much by just going fact. But like I said, I watched it back. I thought it was a great show.
I watched that back. I watched this show back, and then directly after that, I watched the Link Up TV doc again.
Yeah, me too.
I had to, and then I proceeded to tell my friends all to watch it before midnight.
Yeah, and I think it's going to keep going up on YouTube and getting taken down, or going up and get taken down, and to an extent now I'm looking at it going, Chip's done a great job and Chip and his team, because it's a big moment that almost is a big moment just because it's a big moment.
That's what I mean. It was a big moment that he's somehow made bigger.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. I think look, Chip's team they've always been very focused on Chip the brand and Chip the mission, and I've always respected that about them. I don't necessarily agree with what they've done and how they've done it. But at the same time, like I say, I'm glad that we could just be part of just trying to make that moment as big as possible, and just because it's significant, and who knows what it could have just come up, gone down, and then disappeared.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we've got 1,000 people in here. A lot of you guys had seen it already. I'm hoping a lot of you guys saw it because we were talking about it the way we were talking about it. That's all we can hope for.
Yeah.
But anyway, it is what it is. That's all yesterday news, really.
Yeah, man, it's gone now, so we can't really talk about it now.
No.
So yeah.
No, but if Link Up want to do another one, Geordie's got a lot of hot takes, so put him on the chair.
I don't know if I want to be on the chair, man. I'd rather talk about it the way we did after the fact.
Yeah, because we're going to do a reaction show to the Big Zoo cooking show, which I can't wait for.
Okay.
I just want to go live as soon as that comes off air on Dave, and I just want to talk about that show just because I think Big Zoo's cooking show is going to be amazing.
He can cook.
He can really cook, yeah.
From what I heard.
I'm wearing a Nebraska Cornhuskers jersey today, yes.
Fuck off. No one knew that. Someone knew that.
Yeah, there's people in the comments who know about Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Jeez.
Come on. You know what I did today? I said in the group, today I signed up for the Athletic.
Mm-hmm.
Which...
you know what, T? When you said that, I had found the article, you know that. I found an article of them on the timeline that I shared to the group. But they wouldn't let me read it. They said 90-day trial.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Then they said £56 annually. I said,
so I'm paying £29 annually. I skipped the 90-day trial and then said I'll take just the £29 for the year.
Oh, that's a smart move that they've done. But yeah, they can fuck off. I'm not doing that. I ain't got money like you.
Yeah, 8 years, £29 a year. I really, honestly, I was like, let me invest in it so that I can get topics for this show. I had a job this morning, and then I just literally just finished a stream, which is why we're late today. And between that, I read so much of it, and it's amazing. It's just so good. It's the best football content platform there is. It's just so good.
Do you know what, T? Last night, well, no, during our stream, United Report had tweeted exclusive from Fabrizio Romano at 7:30, and we were midstream, and I saw that, and then by 7:30, I think we had just got into a debate, so my head was gone. But
which one was that? The story that you put in the group earlier. Which story was that?
No, I haven't shared it actually. He just said a bunch of things, everything that's going on at United.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said a lot. He said a lot. He said a lot. I wouldn't even know where to start. He said that 2 years ago we made an 80 million bid for Koulibaly and it was rejected.
2 days ago?
2 years ago.
All right, fucking hell, yeah.
Rejected. Yeah, I know. They wouldn't reject that today though.
God no. United would be gone crack if they did that.
He said with regards to Lingard, because Lingard has supposedly signed with Mino Raiola. He said, I think when a player goes with Raiola, it's only because he wants to change clubs.
So I'm just going to bring in a conspiracy theorist that everyone wants the answers from today.
Oh shit! No, we can stop.
No. Let's go Man United first. Let's keep going. Mino Raiola, Jesse Lingard's gone with Mino Raiola.
Yeah, he said Bayern Munich want 100 million euros, 87 million pounds for Sancho.
I bet they do.
He said they have a verbal agreement, both clubs. The United just haven't put a bid on the table, and Dortmund are relaxed about the whole situation.
Yeah, the verbal agreement won't have a price on it.
Yeah, Sancho is apparently flattered by the whole Sancho project being number 7 high-paid player.
Mate, he's wanted to go to Manchester United for a couple of years now.
Yeah, man, that is the gist of it. It was that.
Well, I mean, I don't. That Koulibaly is absolutely irrelevant.
And Juve talks were going to happen pre-coronavirus, but now everything's up in the air.
For Pogba?
Yes.
Yeah. Somebody sent me on Instagram, sorry, I'm forgetting your name, who it was, saying that, the Pjanic or Douglas Costa.
They sent me that too. I forgot.
Yeah. I think it's both. I don't think it's either. Well, we're going to talk a lot of football today because, like I say, I signed up for the Athletic, and there's just brilliant stuff on there. But before that, Heady 2.
You man woke up to look at football news, knowing that you could have died.
I did more than that. I've done a 5K.
I had my head out the window all morning just waiting for the asteroid to hit. And guess what? First, the asteroid was in traffic. And then it curled. And then it curled. And it missed us after all.
Oh, phew.
Did you see? It was like 16 million miles wide or something.
Wide. But someone tried to score. Someone tried to hit the target.
He knuckleballed it.
So obviously the free kick was bad, but we are lucky.
That means Rashford took it.
People need to take this seriously though, because it's actually facts. There was an asteroid on its way.
One thing I will say about Specs is he doesn't chat shit.
He doesn't. People think he does. Well, did you read that apparently the asteroid will be coming back this century?
Listen.
That same asteroid.
Let me tell you this now. From when I watch wrestling and they used to bring Backlash, things always come back. Always come back. So, yeah. If Tupac's in Cuba and he's coming back soon, the asteroid should be coming back as well.
And Carol Baskin's husband.
And who?
Carol Baskin's husband.
He'll be back. Snips. He'll be back. Yeah, people will come back. And that's the main thing.
Because of Backlash.
But we're live, we're here, and let's give thanks, man. Let's give thanks to the astronauts, the Space Force, all those scientists.
I'm actually.
And Cripple Corner as well.
Yeah, I'm actually glad the Astro didn't hit because I just bought a MacBook and that would have been a waste of time.
You just bought a MacBook? Sick. I need to buy a new MacBook.
Yeah, man.
But I don't want. It's got the new FireWire, whatever it is.
Oh no, I bought an old new MacBook.
Yeah, I might do that.
New for me, old for the society.
Specs.
I want to be an astronaut.
Okay, well, that's one thing I was going to mention with the asteroids curling.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that has anything to do with the news that NASA reckon that they found UFOs and have released the footage?
Well, I said yesterday, like, in my opinion, people were upset that I said that aliens saved us. So I got about 11 messages from people saying, "Oh, how can you say aliens are saving us when they're going to destroy us?" I'm just like, how do you know? You ain't met an alien before. Critical, anyone? I met Critical when I DJ'd at the shop in what's the shop called? Crep and Cones.
Crepes and Cones, yeah.
And Heady One, I met him in Selfridges. They didn't attack me. So why are we acting like this? Big Zoo, he didn't attack me. Why are we acting like this?
I can't believe Specs says there's an asteroid called Critical coming for us and the aliens are going to save us. And people have a problem with him saying the aliens are going to save us.
They've watched too many films.
Too many films. You've been programmed to watch too many films.
Why would
By the way, that Critical, that's remember I said to you about the same thing as Emmerick-Aubameyang. That's not the only Critical I know. This is what people keep saying, "Oh, Critical, Emmerick-Aubameyang allowed them." No, but I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you.
I hear that.
So you can't tell me anything, man. There's no rules. What you sent me today, Tigo, killed my battery.
I can't remember what I sent you.
The next type of Critical that's coming. It's 6 months old.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Sorry, there was a picture. Should I show it?
No, don't.
Why?
Because I think
we got two spammers. Come on, get them out of the dance. Please.
Who have you got? Who is it? Keydons?
Keyman Owen and Takidons. Get them out of the club, man.
What is about?
Everyone relax. It's on timer. I'm not blocking. Just relax, man. Relax. Anyway, I think this kid's got a disability, though, folks.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah. Shouldn't be making those jokes.
What jokes did I make?
To be honest, Keydons, you got put on timeout, but we can talk about special guests because me and Poet had a little chat about special guests today. And the thing is, with our thing, right, because everyone knows that there's 8, 9 of us. Whenever you get a guest involved, they're always like, they feel less pressure because it's like, you're going to have people, you're going to have a show. I like the show without me on it, so I don't need to be there. So it's hard to really say, yeah, this person's going to be on, this person's going to be on. Because we spoke to some people today and they all want to be on. But are they going to be on? I'm never going to hype it. Even though I said in the original tweet last week, I said, I'm not going to hype this. But we got a guest. You lot got hyped. Now I'm just not hyping it.
Can we just blow it out then? Say the story.
There's so many more to come. There's that, and that one can still happen. So,
Tigo, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's just you shouldn't really know. You shouldn't really know.
What, the crowd. What, this guest?
Oh, fuck off, Skits. Skits is backstage. Skits is backstage, and I need him to change his name, or I'm not showing names on this screen.
What's it got to do with?
Bring me backstage. I want to say.
Is it hello? Is it hello?
Jordy, have a look.
Where is he?
You see him?
Talk to me on the private. Talk to me on the private, Skits. He's gonna live comment. Watch, dickhead.
He's gonna come
in private. It's in the private chat.
Skits changed that name.
Yes.
What is it? In a group? Is it in a group?
Go in the private chat on the right there.
Skits changed that name.
T, he's got. Please, T, please. I'm begging you.
We're not bullying. We're not bullying.
Begging you.
We're not bullying.
I'm gone. I'm done. No, because yesterday, I couldn't
Lumos,
sleep.
you got echo, Lumos.
Sorry. I couldn't sleep.
it's still-
Yesterday, I cried my eyes out, man.
I'm crying now.
Oh my God, man.
Listen, I'm sorry, guys. I know this. There are so many inside jokes that we do that we all think are the funniest things in the world that you lot don't understand, and it's best that you don't pick it up, right? When a man writes that, like, CEO expects his name's Heady too, that connects 3 or 4 different jokes. There it is, bang. Nah, I can't do it. Nah, fuck off, skits.
1 second. The crowd, let me just let you know now. Some of you, if you have howlers, you get destroyed behind closed doors.
Yeah.
You know, don't think that you're just writing and you're free. Some of you are getting ripped. Especially if I grab onto your Instagrams. Yeah? Anytime you message me, I go and check your pictures. You're getting ripped. I'm talking to the crowd, you're getting ripped. You're too comfortable. That's the problem with you lot. You're too comfortable.
Yeah, the joke's not in there anymore, guys. You guys wouldn't get it. So skits is here.
Coming back.
So I need a minute.
Last night, Specs and Harry had a great time on WhatsApp, and it was actually hurting me, the fucking stupid shit they were doing.
Those voice notes were hilarious, man. I gotta just be listening to man laughing and just start laughing even more.
But that's the funniest thing.
Oh my God.
Tigo, you know, it's you start off every time I see something and your voice comes to my head.
Someone said, dang, Spec has no regard for people's self-esteem. As if you lot don't kill us.
Exactly. There's no such thing as self-esteem.
How are you, Skits?
I'm so tired. I just kicked ball with 19-year-olds, yeah? Couple pro bowlers from Chelsea.
Say their names.
Miles Harris.
No. Don't say their names.
You're so dumb, bro.
I'll show you who I played with.
No. Social distancing. They're gonna get in trouble.
What do you mean? We sprayed it to each other.
You actually did that.
No, we sprayed it. We were spraying.
They should
They'll get in trouble.
And then we played 2-touch or 3-touch.
They'll get in trouble.
out, Skits.
They'll get
No,
in
but
trouble.
one of the youths, Simon Xavier.
You know.
Hey, Skits is something else, man. I swear to God.
Skits, you're on mute. Get this out of your system. I know what you're saying, bro, but like newspapers don't give a shit about Skits. Come on, man. Leave the kids out of it. If you're kicking ball with these kids, let them allow it, Joan, man. Hey, anyone who heard that name, allow it. That's fucked.
See, I'm head of the crowd. So let me kill
You
you.
didn't even hear what I'm saying. I didn't say I was with them. One was training on their ones.
He's not allowed to do that, bro. He's not allowed to do that. He's not. Who's they?
I asked the coach that was with him.
Bro, the clubs have been told to open their doors to training grounds to let players come in and train, bro. They're not supposed to be training outside.
Well, he's by himself. So I don't care. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? I trained with the best. I could be a snitch, you know. Fuck you, John.
Skits is gonna have to run that furlough pay, fam.
Oh, fucking hell. And here is the biggest culprit of last night's shenanigans.
I know, real talk, filthy fans. Don't.
See, I can't be with Harry today. I'm gone.
What's happening, man?
Oh, good.
How are you, man? How's first?
It's good, man. I'm just woke up actually, you know. I woke up literally like when I saw the message.
Hey, John, suck your mum. Go on. Sorry, John, suck your mum twice.
Wow.
No, if he always wants the thing in it. He always wants feedback. So yeah, suck your mum twice.
Say no
Mum
more.
said I'm sorry. But you're gone.
Hey, skits.
No. But these fans think we're comfortable with them, bro.
Yeah, we are. We are, but
What's Jones saying?
if you're in front of
1
1,000 people, let's just not
Who else?
like implicate football players in.
I can't look at spit.
Hey,
Anyway, hey, listening. I can't lie. Yeah.
oh, look at me, Harry.
These lot yesterday. So for those that don't know, yeah, these lot made me cry yesterday, and I've never cried with laughter like this yesterday. But all I want is I love our followers. I love the people that support us.
Hey, Harry, look at the private chat.
I'd never heard Tigo laugh, you know. Whoever made him laugh yesterday. If this is the guy that makes him laugh, we need more.
Harry can't see that. It was before he came in.
Yeah, I can't see it no more. So
yeah.
Point was sleeping. He got dragged into it. That's what I was.
Fuck off.
Poet got dragged into a lot yesterday.
But yeah, Poet drags himself into a lot.
Poet got dragged into a few things. Big up Poet, man.
Whew. Boy, yesterday was hilarious, man. I can't lie. But anyway, what's the topic for today?
Oh, we got some, man. We got some topics.
Ooh.
I was telling Geordie earlier, I signed up for the Athletic.
What's that?
What is that?
It's Harry crying. I thought that was some puss.
Yeah,
That's
same,
a-
man.
I thought your eye was a pussy.
Aye. All I'm gonna say is, yeah.
Harry, I couldn't sleep, Harry.
Harry.
I can't see that. Oh.
You lot, man.
It's not bullying though, is it? We find it funny.
What did I miss? Did I miss? Oh.
Okay.
He put up his display picture.
I'm gonna start yellow carding, man.
You know what? Yeah. Okay, bruv. You know what it is? Yeah. The quarantine is doing my head in. Like quarantine's doing my head in. Fam.
So you're making trouble.
I'm making trouble. Yeah.
I hear that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. It's not gonna happen. I promise.
I'm dealing with quarantine.
Buying
Things. I'm just buying things.
Yeah.
I'm not buying things.
What's that?
I've been buying things, yeah, that I don't need. For example, someone's clocked whose picture it was.
Tigo, man. Tigo, you got like PlayStation. You don't need to buy things.
So what's happening with skits? How come I'm seeing bare pictures of skits and Juan? What's happening with Juan and skits?
Skits was telling the crowd to suck their mum, bro.
Oh, and then they threw the chairs back.
What's this about the crowd?
Look, why am I looking at two chairs? What's wrong with these man?
Yeah, there's a lot of chairs in the ring right now. Skits needs a timeout.
Skits only makes his bed at 5.
Devilish mode. Everyone saw the joke. I don't even know. Do we supposed to respond to it? Stop spamming.
Yeah. But my
how's fasting going, Harry?
hard, man. Hard. But it's good. Actually, you know, it's not hard, Jed, but I keep getting tired. So I was watching Gangs of London, yeah, and I fell asleep. So I'm really upset about that. I know I shouldn't be watching it. Okay.
I need to start that, yeah.
Mad. It's Tigo. Have you started watching it yet?
I haven't yet. I need to.
You would absolutely love that.
I'm doing that after this stream.
Yeah. Amazing show. It's an amazing show still.
Did you watch any of yesterday's show, Harry?
I didn't. Well,
we talked a lot about the Chip documentary.
Yeah.
Which is kind of feels like it's a bit of history now because it's gone.
Yeah. I didn't watch it, you know.
Oh, that's it. Oh, it was good.
Yeah. Apparently, everyone's saying it was good though.
It was good.
They'll keep uploading it to random YouTube channels, I reckon, for the next couple of weeks, and then it will keep getting pulled down. But yeah, it was good.
We got
I don't understand that whole situation, yeah, because part of me understands the legal sides of it, but I don't know if they say courtesy of, is that not crediting the source?
This is what I was to say. We got into an hour-long or over that conversation about this.
Okay, yeah. Well, my stance, if anyone wants to know, is I don't think that should have come down. I think that was a monumental moment in history that everyone saw. Everyone kind of benefited off it, apart from one person or two people. But
neither of those people minded it being up.
Yeah. So for me, I didn't see why it should have, and I feel like once you've been credited for your work, it should be okay. And secondly, I believe that you're not the only. He wasn't the only person that was part of that. You know what I'm saying?
We don't know that they didn't mind it being up though. I'm listen. Young and tough tell me they didn't mind.
Yeah.
Well, whether he minded or not, he didn't actively pursue it being taken down, which I think is as much as you can ask.
Yeah.
But either way, we also talked about player exchange transfers.
People have been DMing me questions.
Yeah. Oh, about current players in the squad.
So basically, Barcelona are allegedly looking to shift some players: Dembele, Coutinho, maybe Arthur, maybe Griezmann, but not for money, but for exchange of players with teams.
Okay, what are the potential teams that Barcelona want to do that with?
There was a rumor that they wanted to offer Umtiti and Semedo for Ndombele.
Wow.
There was a rumor. What were the other ones? But we were trying to think of kind of different exchange deals that we could imagine, and how you could try and find some fairness between what one team wants to get rid of a player and one team's got like, what if you were PSG, like what would you swap for Aubameyang?
Oh, that's tough. So does Aubameyang look like he wants to go to PSG then?
It's hard to say. He wants to go somewhere.
Okay. Wow, Umtiti and Semedo. That's great. But okay, I've personally, even though I watched the Premier League, didn't really watch enough of Dembele to say that he's a good player. Is he a good player?
Yes.
He's a good player.
Who's a good player?
Ndombele.
Which one? Oh, Ndombele. I thought you said Ndombele, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think that's gonna dilute football, because for me personally, we need a lot of players, so we're gonna have to do a mad thing. I want the whole back line gone. So personally, if we can get rid of Smalling, Jones,
no, not Smalling,
Lindelof for Haaland, that would be amazing for me.
Yeah, but there's no way someone's doing that deal.
Only on Football Manager or FIFA.
Yeah, that's the thing, is we were trying to come up with like realistic. If you wanted Haaland, and you could go Dortmund. Dortmund couldn't take on like super like senior players with big contracts.
Yeah.
So who could Manchester United give Dortmund equivalent value of about 80 million? They might want to do that deal.
Is Rojo at United?
Who?
Yeah, he's on loan.
Okay. Rojo.
Lindelof's a decent shout.
Yeah,
I feel like Lindelof away from Manchester United might actually be like a really good player.
Yeah, I think, with Lindelof, the pressure of our defense is mad for him, man. For him to actually develop to be a good player, he needs to play in a team that's like not under that much pressure every game.
I'm not mad at Lindelof. I like him.
Yeah, but I just think sometimes he gets scared. He gets scared with the balls in the air. But yeah, Lindelof would be a good shout. Is he worth 40 million? Is he 50 million?
No.
Do you know what I mean? So we'd need about two more other players. With Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw's on 130 bags at Man United. There's no way Dortmund would take that wage.
He'd definitely have to take a wage cut, because
what's the deal you're trying to make here? Who are you trying to get?
Haaland or someone like that.
Haaland suits United style of football.
Do Dortmund take old men?
No.
They just took Emre Can. They don't only buy kids.
At this point, I'd let Lingard go as well. But
again, his wage is so high.
Yeah, I think they wouldn't. I don't know, man. Because you see, with Lingard, he's not young, but he's not old. So
Sancho should just be on your radar.
Yeah, we need Sancho badly, but I think that's gonna be a transfer. If we ever get
him and Wan-Bissaka on that side will kill everyone.
It'll be mental. It'll be so.
I think you could only get Sancho for cash. And
it would have
I want no straight swaps. No
the cash Dortmund want for him. I don't. Unless Manchester United.
What's the tag they've slapped on him? What's the price?
87 million. So it's 100 million euros.
That's what the Dortmund are asking for. If Man United pay that, then they are mental.
No, but you know what though? Yeah, I agree, because I feel like that's just a lot of money. Yeah. However, with the way Sancho is playing, and it's a big if he continues to improve in terms of at Man United as well, that would be a steal, because what we see from him we can see that potentially he could be a world beater. So 87 million in this current climate isn't that bad. However,
what does a world beater mean?
Well, personally, I feel like a world beater is somebody who shows up about like 90% of their games. So someone like Mbappe.
So what's Pogba? Is Pogba a world beater?
Statistically, yeah, but I don't know why people can't see it. I can see that he's a world beater.
But he hasn't beaten the world though. So at 90 million pounds,
won the World Cup.
but you don't get paid. You didn't pay. No one paid 90 million pounds for him to win a World Cup.
You know what, though? We can see. I think anyone that knows football knows Pogba's an amazing football player. But currently, we're not seeing that because of.
So
injury.
if you paid 87 million pounds for Jadon Sancho, what would have to be your club's expectations? Because Pogba, I think we can all agree, hasn't matched the club. The club haven't matched the expectations. I'd say
that we would have to win the league within the next 2 seasons. Have to. Like, it would have to be winning the league and trying to assert ourselves in Europe, like, more than anything, because we haven't been there in a while.
It's a lot of pressure.
A lot, but that's the pressure that comes with being an 87 million pound player.
It's the pressure that comes with being an 87 million pound player in the post-coronavirus world. I feel like Pogba being 90 million actually reset a lot of people's expectations for players that cost that kind of money.
Yeah.
100%.
I was reading about the finances of the Premier League going into coronavirus today, and it's bad. Like, that Premier League was in trouble anyway. So 64% of the league's revenue was spent on wages last year, and that's like 4.8 billion. Is how much the total amount was. I think it's 3 billion was spent on wages. Bournemouth, Everton, and Leicester spent more than 80% of their turnover on wages. Half the league spent more than 70% of its turnover. Now, why that's significant is in 2016-17, that figure was 55%. Now, the money's gone up.
Yeah.
But the percentage that's spent on wages has gone way, way up.
Do you know what?
Villa, Norwich, and Sheffield United spent 175, 161%, 195% of their turnover on wages. So for every £1 the club gets, they're spending like £1.91 on wages alone.
So they need tickets.
They need Jesus.
Jesus Christ, we love you, God. Yeah, they need. Do you know what? It's mad though, yeah, because I've always said, yeah, obviously football players, they do, well, especially when they're winning things, yeah, and especially when they keep bringing crowds to the stadium, deserve to be paid that much money. But surely contracts have to be revised right now because of the financial part of it. Because you're playing players, but you can't even keep your club afloat.
There's a lot of these clubs, and like, for instance, as of June this season, just gone, 1.6 billion pounds of transfer money was still had to be paid, like installments, by Premier League teams.
That's disgusting.
And 700 million was coming in transfer installments. So there's 900 million pounds there that clubs need to rake into the league. That is gone. That's at least, because actually, if you count 1.6 million having to be paid, chances are most of that's going to European leagues, Championship, everything else. So actually, the league's still losing about a third of its revenue just on transfers it's already arranged. That you can't renegotiate those.
Yeah, I'm seeing some stuff here. Yeah, who would you say like ruined the transfer market? Because I'm seeing Man United here.
Yeah, it's Man City and Chelsea. Yeah,
they killed it when Roman and G came. They said, "Fuck this, we're mashing up the scene."
Because look, we spent, what was it? How much did we spend for Rio Ferdinand? I think that was like 30.4 million or something mad like that.
I thought it was 20 something. Is it 30 something?
30
Was he the highest defender, highest
yeah, at one time he was, innit? And that was considered a madness, yeah. I think when Chelsea came through, because they were coming and then they were spending mad money, but they weren't spending like the 100 millions. We sold Ronaldo to Real Madrid for 80 million. And I think clubs just started valuing their players based off how far they thought Ronaldo was from their player.
I think that's to an extent. Go on, Jordan.
Everton ruined the market.
The market was ruined in 2003, and what happened was when Chelsea came in, It set a new benchmark for wages, and it set a new benchmark for player prices. And ever since then, clubs have been chasing that. Now, what Chelsea also brought to the league was all that money, and Man United had that money to begin with. So Man United could buy Ronaldo, Rudy, develop these players into superstars and everything. But what they did was they made it so that the Premier League had these stars and the television rights and blah, 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 all of that. So it had a positive effect, but it also meant that other teams around had to chase the wage cap level that Chelsea were putting on players and the transfer fee Chelsea were putting on players. Then Man City come in. I mean, there's other clubs in there, QPRs, all these guys. They all
QPR. Wow, I thought there was going to be like a top 10 team when they bought all of those like rejects. I thought,
But they bought C team players or B team players.
Who did they buy from Real Madrid? They bought a midfielder from Real Madrid one time. Who was his name?
What?
Granero.
Is it Granero? That's it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I had high hopes for that guy. But
I'm looking at comments saying Chelsea didn't spend hundreds of millions. No, because that wasn't the era. They spent equivalent hundreds of millions.
40 million for Sigurdsson. What a joke.
Listen, Everton last year ended with £107 million pre-tax losses.
Terrible science.
That's outrageous.
Everyone was just buying players that were linked to other clubs, I think.
Then, I agree. I don't think there was a scout system there.
There was a scout system there, yeah. Oh, who's linked to Bernard? All right, we'll grab him.
Because even Moise Keane was just I didn't understand that signing. Like
they just seem to be they were just stacking players.
He looked like a prospect though for Juve.
But you look at
end of season.
But you look at Everton. Look at Everton and you say that's a team that got new money, but in a market where new money was available. So they couldn't go in with high wages and just go, that's enough. Or high transfer fees, that's enough. Because they couldn't get Zaha when they wanted Zaha. So in the end, they spend crazy money on Iwobi, Walcott, Sigurdsson, Richarlison, who I think that's a decent. I thought that was a good investment personally. But
defender they got Sidibe, I think it was
Sidibe. I remember they paid a lot for Ashley Williams, like a generation before that.
Howler.
Michael Keane, Pickford.
You know what that the Turkish one, Cenk Tosun. When you go get a business and buy them strikers, you're done. You're done.
But City, when they buy like Mangala, Boni, Danilo, Cancelo, I have a problem.
City falsified the market massively, because what they did, the thing that Chelsea did, which was very smart, but was also very fucked. They went and signed all the 16-year-olds from the academies around Europe, sent them out on loan, and then shifted them on for profit. And that meant that the FFP looked great because they had like 20 players out on loan. Then they sell Brahim Diaz to Real Madrid, and that covered the cost of all those players.
People forget the waste Man City had, bro. Remember Nolito?
Trash.
Negredo,
trash.
Jovetic.
Jesus Navas.
Oh my God.
You know what? I was so angry with Navas, because
he's off, you know.
That's the thing.
Where was the team he was at before, George? No. Where was Navas before? Sevilla. Go on.
He was such a whack player, man. I never really liked him. He would run. Oh, look at this one, Wilfred Bony, fam.
Javi Garcia.
Wilfred Bony, mad.
Fernando, that's his name.
Fernando.
What was his name? The Octopus.
Fernando.
That was his name at Porto, the Octopus. Because apparently it was like he had 8 legs or something.
Mangala. You know Mangala, Eric Bailly,
Don't do this.
Koulibaly, who else?
Don't do this.
They're all cousins.
Don't do this.
You know why I say that, Eric Bailly got injured for 9 months, came back his first game, went straight in 2-footed. That man doesn't care about civilians or
Eric
people.
Bailly, aka Scraps.
Nice. Man. That guy.
Bailly's all right. He's a bit injury prone and a bit rash, but he's all right.
At his best, I think he's great, but that's rare. That's rare.
I need Specs to change his mind on Rudiger.
You don't like him?
I don't think these centre backs that these European centre backs we're talking about have good positioning.
Call them European.
That's not what you said about Rudiger.
Rudiger's got no good position.
Rudiger is a class centre back, is what I said.
Yeah, I said he's no. Yeah, I said he's the same as Baye him lot. He's got no positioning.
He's way better than Baye.
No, you're boying it, man. Come on.
The last defender that I liked from that like my cousins is Taribo West.
Taribo West wasn't very good though.
Let's not do this, Tigo.
Hold on, sorry, I got this guy. This guy, he looks a bit like Taribo West.
Hey, the guy from the documentary Shots Fired, man. How are you, man?
Yeah.
You got fired, bro.
Are you on there?
Yeah, him going all the Vargs, them lot got fired, bro.
They need to reimburse you. They need to reimburse you for your captain travel.
But yeah, I don't think Rudiger, Bailly, Mangala, those guys have positioning. They rely on the slide.
Say it properly. Say you don't think black defenders.
Oh, I think of black defenders today.
Yeah.
Yes, he does, guys. 100%. You know that. I'm not going to change. I've killed all these guys. None of them are good. None of them are good.
Oh, yeah. All right. Can I just say something? Yeah. As an African man, I've been watching Afcon football all my life. Yeah. And you watch them when they play
for Mohamed Callum.
Yeah. You watch them when they're with their clubs, yeah, and you think, yeah, they're playing good football. And then you watch Afcon football and you just see them shooting from the halfway line, and all you hear is in the crowd. That's when I know that this is going to be horrible. You see?
But this is what I don't like, yeah? They're talking about Koulibaly. I showed you Koulibaly in Serie A, all the mistakes, and I was laughing, remember?
Yeah.
You guys, go and watch Koulibaly. You don't watch him, that's your thing. Because you see he's linked to top teams, he's a good defender. The guy is all over the place. Gattuso will tell you.
Video you sent us in the group where he fell over.
And he lost to come off because he made a mistake. You forgot.
Yeah.
That's how they defend.
I think you're one thing that you're really bad with, Specs, is like not seeing one thing that is obvious in others. And I think all young defenders
like players that have tech. If the players don't have tech,
guys,
he likes Rob Holding.
I used to coach. The decision is key. Your positioning as a defender is key. Being in the time.
That's his poet line.
Yeah. I'd love to tell man that he was working.
This is not me saying controversial things. All the players were saying have bad positioning.
No, Tigo, say what you're saying though.
I think when you talk about you've got a video of Koulibaly making a mistake, then that's the same thing that people on Twitter do when they want to say Van Dijk's overrated. Look, he slipped.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think what you have is an exception that proves the rule.
No, I put videos in a group for a reason.
How many Koulibaly videos have you put in the group?
One.
Whatever videos I see of mistakes, I put in a group. But that video, no one saw that. But if Koulibaly, if a video comes that says, "Oh, Arsenal fans will, for example, say we want Koulibaly," but they don't know how he's performing in Serie A.
Yeah.
In that second of that game,
they'll look at the good highlight video.
He hasn't been good for me. He hasn't been good for Napoli this season.
No, I don't think he has necessarily been great for Napoli this season.
You know what? Yeah, I get where Specs is coming from because I've said that as a banter, but I really mean it. Like you see with African defenders, yeah, they're very rash. What I've seen is they're very rash, and I think the strength aspect of them is why teams buy them. So you look at Rudiger, you look at Baye, you look at all of these defenders, very, very strong players, but composure and strength is two things that not a lot of defenders have, and you can see that. I wouldn't
compare Koulibaly to Rudiger. Rudiger is very composed.
Yeah, Rudiger's a German national starting centre back. Do you know what I'm saying? And obviously, Germany don't have the best centre backs as of now, but you know he's part of them, innit? Bruv, I look at the way they play, and it's so easy to twine them up. Like they don't know about backing off. They will put their leg in first, get down, and grab you.
Someone said Rudiger isn't African.
Yeah, Sierra Leone. Your research. He's half Sierra Leonean, half German.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, half Sierra Leonean. He's fully Sierra Leonean. He's a German.
I'm not saying these guys are shit. I don't like the way Zuma's similar. I think Zuma's got the qualities of positioning all over the place.
Specs, tell me who you like now.
What defender?
Yeah, give me three modern defenders, centre backs.
I like Rob Holding.
Yeah, that's a terrible shout. We'll ignore that
I
one.
think Van Dijk's got very good positioning. And actually, the best African defender for me today is Matip.
Why?
That's my opinion.
You're
Why?
taking a
What
minute.
do you mean why?
Rudiger is
Rudiger's not better than Matip.
Of course he is, man. Come on, man.
Cool. All right,
That
cool.
guy's legs are too big for his body.
That lanky Ngog.
Matip is underrated.
Klopp would swap Matip for Rudiger in a second.
I disagree.
Second, bro.
I disagree. But anyways, it's subjective, isn't it?
If Bailly can just learn to be composed and wait until, because look, he's got strength. He's got all of the aspects to be an amazing defender. I just think he needs to work on his composure. He's a bit too rash for me.
I think you could put any defender in that space next to Van Dijk in that Liverpool team.
Yeah,
I think Joe Gomez is a great defender.
If you saw Matip at Schalke, same thing, good positioning. Matip never slides. If you know about Matip, it's what I'm saying. I'm talking to people that don't know about Matip.
No, because now you're going to tell me you've watched him.
Come on, poet.
I didn't watch Skits 2 years ago.
Robert told me I don't watch football. I'll never forget that.
Let me hear. I say.
Skits. I watching Bundesliga in the old Filthy group.
Yeah, you was.
I don't understand what you're not talking about.
You watch bare football.
No one said you didn't watch it. You just
What about watching the football?
all you're trying to do is disregard anyone else's opinion just because you did watch it. That's childish. That's poet. That's childish.
I watched Bundesliga 2 years ago too. Now what?
So I'm saying to you that Matip needs to go to ground. How can you argue? How can you argue? Are you telling me Matip needs to slide?
No, I'm telling
but
you.
Schalke didn't end the season with 0 goals conceded either.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying positioning compared to Rudiger.
But it is more than one element that makes a defender.
You're right. Positioning for me is key.
It's key, yeah, but that doesn't mean that Matip is better than Rudiger. That doesn't mean that.
No, I'm saying we will talk about African defenders. I'm saying to you that these African defenders don't have good positioning.
What do you not think of Twanzebe? The crowd keeps saying Twanzebe.
I think Twanzebe is, oh man, I can't explain. I think he's an amazing defender. Amazing defender. I just think he needs his chance. We need to give him his chance because I watched him at Villa before he came back on loan to us. Yeah, I mean back from loan to us, and he was amazing. Him and Tyrone Mings were crazy. But listen, Twanzebe is composed. He knows when to slide. He knows when to make interceptions. He's got a football IQ, which I don't know where he's learned that from, but he's got a brain. I think he needs to be our centre back partner with Maguire. I think he's got pace and knows, and he can pass as well. So that's a good centre back. You can look at Twanzebe and say he's going to be a good defender because he's already got the attributes that we consider as what defenders need: composure, knows when to pass, he reads the game properly. You know what I mean?
I've got a take here, but I don't want to say it.
Say it because I want to do this way.
I
don't think Man United bring black players through well.
Yeah,
Onsu Mensah was one of them.
You have to do what Rashford done, so it can't be ignored.
What's that?
Well, he had to play.
Yeah,
because Martial was injured, and then he got 2 goals. Played the next
game. Another thing is, though, yeah, Jordy, yeah, most of our players through our youth system that are good are black. Angel Gomez, Mason Greenwood, even though he's half of it. Who else?
I just think
I don't rate Chong though. I don't rate Chong.
Ethan Laird. There's one guy with the maddest name. I can't say his name. Yeah. But I don't think Man United bring black players through well. I think you have to be either class or Manny born. Even Pogba had to fight and he bust up.
Yeah. That's rewriting the history to some extent. What do you class Mason Greenwood as?
No, he's black.
What do you mean? Oh, he's black. Yeah, you can count.
Rashford?
No, but I said that about Rashford.
I mean, it's a decent number, though, isn't it? The only players that, I mean, unless there are players you can think of that got to the first team level that went away and it was like, fuck, this guy should never have left. Tyler Blackett or
Yeah. But
Are there any players? Are there any examples? Other than Pogba?
I really like Fosu.
Oh, Josh King.
I liked it injury prone though. Injury prone. Get me.
Can I ask you-
I forgot about Josh King.
What was
Danny Welbeck.
Danny.
What was
Go on.
Fosu's position?
Yeah, what was Fosu Mensah's position? And what's Twanzebe's position for that
Why-
one?
why- why-
When Fosu Mensah started, when he CB, when he came on.
He moved to right back and he's played left back as well. Like he's just been.
When did
Didn't he play DM as well for Holland under 21s?
He did, but I think he's a centre back.
And what's Twanzebe?
Centre back, but did they put him left back before? They put him left back against Arsenal.
It's all over the place.
He played centre back all for the. He played centre back all for the Aston Villa season now.
Yeah, with Mings.
I think as football players, the worst thing you could ever do is tell your manager I can play in different positions.
Yeah, look, someone here says Mensah's a centre back, right back, DM. That's killing you, man.
I'll tell you what. I mean, when it comes to versatility, it's a good trait to have in your,
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. But who was the last African player that could do that job of playing everywhere? Was it Kolo Toure?
Eboué.
Was it Eboué?
Kolo Toure couldn't play everywhere. Wenger had to play him centre back. He said he didn't have the fitness or the stamina to play anywhere else.
You know the first time I saw Kolo Toure, yeah? I think we won against Leeds. He come on left wing.
Yeah, he played DM, he played right back. Yeah. But Wenger said he had to play him centre back. He didn't have the stamina.
What about Jeremy?
Yeah, very versatile. Very versatile.
Eboué is the last one I've seen.
Who?
Eboué.
Is it?
He's the last one I've seen. Fam, I saw him.
SCN, 100%. SCN, Song. I think Song was great.
I used to like Salih Hamidzic, who played for Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
He played everywhere on the pitch.
You lot shouldn't have got rid of Deli Blind, man. Deli Blind is class.
I miss him.
I liked him so much.
Yeah. Very composed player, man.
He was a victim. He was a victim of circumstance, man.
Yeah, what made you lot sell him again?
He's that guy behind it.
He was a victim of circumstance, man. He had injuries too.
I think people are saying Kante's versatile. You can play in different midfield positions. It's still the same position.
Remember, I said it. Kante needs to move.
Yeah.
Who?
Kante.
Yeah.
Miles, how you doing?
I'm alright. I'm good, man.
You look dressed. I think that's the first time I've heard your
He's
voice
bored.
today.
I promise you, he's bored. He's bored. He's bored. He's trimless. Bored.
We've got nothing to weigh in on this one.
Why not?
I know why I don't, and everyone does. But why don't you?
Forget that, man. You've been shooting your shot. Be honest.
My tip is better than Rudiger, bro. I've just my head's gone since then.
Ah, yes.
Oh shit!
I think you look overrate Rudiger, boy.
Oh man.
Hope specs again, Miles.
Where did Rudiger come from again? What club?
Okay.
He came from
Somewhere in Germany.
what club in Germany.
I forgot which one.
That's a good question. Where did he come from again?
Someone will tell us here.
Where was Rudiger in thing again? I forgot, man. I honestly, in my opinion,
Was it
I watched
Sheffield?
Rudiger.
Oh, he came from Roma.
Roma, yeah, he came from Roma.
Yeah. I watched Rudiger and I'm like, you don't stand out for me. That's just me. I see more in Zuma than Rudiger, but that's just me.
I like Zuma.
Zuma said Etienne, yeah. I remember, like, this is when I
I
probably
think the best African centre back right
French
now is
football, yeah.
for Borussia Dortmund.
I thought he was going to be the next thing. And I had him on my FIFA, and I thought, yeah, amazing. And when Chelsea signed him, I was like, whew, they're in the game. But I feel, do you know what it is? With me personally, yeah, and I'm not trying to blame leagues and stuff, yeah. I feel like the Premier League is so hard to break into. And it's so hard for you to stand out as well. And especially when you're playing at a team that's not doing well, it just makes you not look good.
I think he looked like a good Premier League player till he busted his knee on that jump. Honestly, I felt like he was dominant at Chelsea that season.
Of course
He was.
Came down. He has not been the same player since.
Yeah. He was, but he's been since.
Who'd he go?
Zuma.
If Zuma wasn't injured, I don't think Rudiger would be. No one will care.
Yeah, he's been shit since, man.
That's possible, yeah. But that's not. But again, I feel like now you're doing too much to bury Rudiger to prove your point.
I just don't think he's all that. Like the way you lot going about, I don't think he's all that.
Yeah, but listen,
We don't think.
yeah,
I think Bailly's better than Rudiger. In my opinion, that's my opinion though.
Doing too much.
Yeah, that's my opinion. Why? What's far from it? What's far? When Bailly plays, there's a difference in Man United's defense. That's my opinion, though.
The
Same with Rudiger, though.
difference is I'm scared,
I
bro.
think Bailly's a better tackler than Rudiger. You see? That's what I'm saying. This is long. Because there's facts.
No, it's not. You're just saying it.
Bailly is a fantastic tackler. He
Yeah, but
blocks.
Rudiger's a good defender.
Bailly's a great large ditch tackler.
Yeah.
I just think
Bailly relies on his pace a lot as well.
I think Bailly's a very good. I like these comparisons they're like very basic.
Very basic. It's like what man's clutching at straws here.
You're talking about someone who's not a first team player at his team versus a defender who is a first team player for his country and his team at a better team. And you're saying, okay, so what then?
no, but you're saying it like he can't. Like you're saying because you're saying.
No, but when he is fit, he's not first team at Man United though.
Yeah, but he will be. It's just that he has a fitness problem. Bailly's good enough to start at Man United. We know.
But when
this.
he's fit, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Though.
He has a fitness problem.
It's a fitness problem. It's the same as Zuma. It's cool.
Maybe he's just not
You can't use that as part of your argument because you're saying because he's not fit, he wouldn't be in a team. Well, that's not fair. You can't. Say
But I can say that when he is fit, he doesn't get in the team.
When does it happen?
When he's
What do
fit.
you mean? When does that happen? It does happen
When he's fit.
He doesn't.
when he's fit.
Bailly's got fitness problems. He's never been 100% fit. And if he's on the bench, it's because of probably Mac.
And he's good. And again, what you're doing here is again, you're doing like that thing where you just spin off into 10 different directions,
Don't tell me what I'm doing.
like the Tasmanian devil,
Wait,
like
but-
the Tasmanian devil. No one here doesn't rate. Everyone here rates Bailly. Everyone here rates him. But you're spinning off in a billion different directions.
The argument: who's better at the two players? It's not about where we're spinning. Who's better at the two players? Rudiger and Bailly. I'm saying.
Well,
I'm giving you my reasons for Bailly. I said he's a better tackler. Maybe Rudiger has got more strength than him.
And he reads the game better for one.
better organizer.
Rudiger reads the game better than Bailly.
I don't know. I don't know if he's organizer, but yeah, that's just me.
He's much better. He's the leader of that defense. When
100%.
he's the leader of Chelsea's defense.
He's the boss. He's the boss at the back. He's the boss. He's the boss.
Yeah. Rudiger's
You
good,
can see it on the pitch.
but I think with Bailly, I personally just believe that he's composure. But for that reason, I agree with you then, Miles, isn't it? Because that's one thing I think Bailly doesn't really have is the composure. I think if he was a composed centre back, he'd be so scary to come up against, like so scary, because in a strength battle you ain't really gonna beat him, and you know.
Yeah, and pace. He's got a lot of
pace. He's not gonna. Do you remember that challenge that he done with Vardy?
Who's got pace?
Vardy off the edge of the field. Like that's something that can scar a player. Do you know what I'm saying? Vardy.
No, who? But what defender says got pace?
Bailly.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Rudiger. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I'll say this as well, and this is where your argument kind of becomes a bit so subjective to the point that it's almost not worth it. Let's talk about Tottenham Hotspur and how they got Toby Alderweireld. Toby Alderweireld, objectively, one of the better centre backs in the world at his best. Obviously, it's been a funny couple of years. Pochettino didn't want him at the end. He didn't want to play him. He wanted to play Davinson Sanchez because Davinson Sanchez allowed him to defend higher up the pitch. He didn't want to defend that deep because he couldn't connect his midfield to his defence. He wanted the difference between Alderweireld and Davinson Sanchez. Now you could say Rudiger, Matip, whatever. Fact of the matter is, when you talk about that high end kind of football, it is about how you want the team to play. I think
that's a different argument. I think that now we're talking about philosophies. When you're asking me about a player, I'm not thinking about managers' philosophies. I'm looking at how I look at it. Do you see what I'm saying?
But you're talking about players.
Really hurts for him. I said philosophies.
You're talking about players playing in systems, though. So you're talking about Matip. You're talking about a guy that's a massively benefiting from playing with.
But T,
Van Dijk.
I can't change what I'm seeing. I can only judge what I'm seeing.
No, but again, it's tough, though, isn't it? Because your base position is all African defenders are bad apart from one. That's a bad base position.
No. I'm saying African defenders. I didn't say they were bad. I'm saying all African defenders have no positioning. Most. I can't. Like I don't. I can't see any African defender that has good positioning. So I'm asking you to name me some.
I say Rudiger.
Hakimi for Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah, you said it.
Hakim is not a centre back. He's barely a fullback.
He played centre back.
The Moroccan guy.
He's a winger.
No, that light skin looking. Is he
The
light
light
skin?
skin, he's played
Yeah.
centre back.
The right back.
Yeah, he's barely a right back.
So who would you say is the best African centre back?
What?
No, right now, currently.
Right now.
Now, who's the best?
Currently.
It's probably like pound for pound. It's probably just Koulibaly, which is just a centre back Specs doesn't like.
But he didn't do anything against Arsenal when we played him. He looked bang average against Arsenal. Everyone was gassed about Koulibaly's going to want like a.
That's true. That's
No,
true.
we are Graham Souness.
That's true. Probably still the
We're Graham Souness. We are those players. We're one of those people. If we see a player who's strong, makes a few good challenges, and is African, we hype him up. I don't think
He's
Koulibaly
good, Koulibaly,
is
but he's
near
not
enough the level of Rudiger. I think Rudiger is probably the best African centre back for me.
I'm
Personally.
giving it to Rudiger.
Rudiger, I'd say Rudiger, please, because I think his standards of just.
Look at you. Yes.
But me personally, that's me personally. Dennis Bailly.
Respect.
I mean, look, this is the thing. This is what's hard for me, innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now let's remove positioning. Yeah. So let's just talk about the defenders we're seeing right now. I still can't see Rudiger being better than Koulibaly.
But there is an argument for that. But again, your scale is so like off because it starts at such a like devastatingly like corrupt base position, which is that none of them are good. It's like Koulibaly is good. Like Kimpembe, I'm a big Kimpembe fan.
He's got Kimpembe positioning.
Very good positioning.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's Congolese.
Yeah.
What is Tigo?
Let's take away
Position.
because Rudiger's German then.
Right, take away positioning, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, what, you want to take away the black European players?
Because technically, for their country, they don't play for the African countries. Rudiger doesn't play for Sierra Leone. Kimpembe don't play for Congo. Do you know what I'm saying? So
I mean, that's tough though, and it's tough to. I don't want to deny a man his heritage just because of the team he.
Oh, if we're doing that, then bring company to the table, bro.
yeah.
I mean, he's retired, but yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
Has he retired?
Nah,
Yeah.
It's about playing, isn't it?
no, he was a player manager. Then he got sacked as manager.
People in here are challenging the fact that I'm saying that Specs is saying his players are bad because Specs is writing off their positioning as being like subpar. Like I get that you might not be as good as Johnny Evans or Virgil van Dijk, but just to say that they're bad at it, that's a weak base position. You're just writing off the key component of a centre back's game off the rip and say, now argue with me. How do you argue with that?
Yeah.
It's for me. I just think, there's some, like, Tigo, you're right. Like, it's not just all about positioning. But for me, it's key.
It's key, but they're not. These players aren't.
That's my opinion, isn't it? I'm not.
Yeah, but these players aren't like useless at positioning. These players aren't like facing the wrong way.
No, but I just think that because when I feel like they rely on strength and tackling all these things because they're out of position. Like Mustafi, if Mustafi had the strengths that Rudiger had, he wouldn't be that bad. This is my thing. If you have to recover all the time, all right, cool, it might work for you, but
but how often do they have to cover? It doesn't happen all the time. But centre backs.
But I'm just saying, when I'm watching, so that's what I'm saying. When I'm seeing African defenders, I feel like they're all similar in that situation. I don't
like that.
Except Matip, I don't see Matip doing that most of the time.
Sol Campbell was one of the best recovering centre backs in the world. He also had some of the best positioning.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that into Rudiger.
All I'm saying is that Rudiger and Bailly are the best African defenders.
That's how we leave.
Who are the best defenders? Who are the best centre backs?
What today?
Yeah.
Today. Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Varane. Van Dijk.
Godin.
Godin, are you serious?
Godin.
Yeah,
Sergio
Godin.
Ramos.
Oh, I said Holding.
Godin is a world class centre half.
No, they've got Inter actually got firepower. They got Golden, Skinner, and someone else. De Vrij, I think.
Yeah, De Vrij from Lazio. Thiago Silva, I think Thiago's still there.
Laporte.
Yeah, I love Thiago Silva.
Yeah,
Laporte.
I think Laporte's overrated. I think he's one of the most overrated players in the world.
I think Delete has to be in there.
I don't think Laporte's overrated.
What about the other centre back that plays for Juventus, but he got injured?
I think with Laporte, people want him to be like equal to Van Dijk, so because he's Man City's best and that's Liverpool's best. I think people put him on a pedestal that he's nowhere near. Just because he's Man City's best, I don't think he's anywhere near being the best.
I think he's class. I think he's up there.
It's very hard, man. It's already a lot of good defenders. I don't think Harry Maguire's in there yet.
No.
Is Marquinhos or Hernandez in this?
Are you going to say Harry Maguire?
Would you say any of them are in that, George?
It's 50-50.
Harry Maguire's not in there. Who?
Marquinhos. Chiellini.
Oh, Chiellini, definitely. He's a GOAT.
Yeah. And what, Bonucci?
Yeah.
Hamus.
No, not Hummels for me.
Sad.
No, I don't think Harry Maguire's in there, but that's just because of lack of playing at the top level now. I actually think he's so good. He's so good. And I think in 12 months' time, people are going to be like, oh, yeah, he was always that good. But now it's like you can't say it right now because he's only done 1 year at a decent team. Costas Manolas, goddamn.
There's only...
He's terrible.
Manolas,
He's terrible. Manolas, just same like Socrates. In Europe, they look
defenders.
good, and as soon as you watch them, they're terrible. Terrible, Manolas. I'm not having that.
Costas Manolas tricked me.
Yeah, me too.
Manolas.
He tricked me.
I like his name, and I like players. I like centre backs at Roma. Since Walter Samuel, Aldair, I've always I've believed that centre backs at Roma should be good. So if you got number 5 at Roma, I just expect you to be good. So that's why Chris Smalling to me looks like such a good player now. Because he's doing okay at Roma. You just look like a sick defender.
But you do have a point, though, because even now I'm thinking about it as well, yeah? Like when we're going through defenders, obviously I'm thinking about Atletico Madrid. But again, the whole system, you're right, helps those defenders look even better.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Just like he set up his team.
We can't change our kind of like, we can't put them in another situation until we see it, right?
Because they've got Savic, Atletico Madrid. Come on, man. We know what that guy's about.
He's shocking in the Premier.
He was like a world beater now at Atletico.
Yeah, you're right.
I think that's why I'd rather judge a centre back in an attacking team who has to start higher up the pitch because they have to see the game, what's going on behind them, what's going on in front of them. They have to turn and recover, and they have to instigate. So that when I look at someone like Rudiger, I'm saying there's more completion, but you look at someone like Van Dijk and you just go, this guy's level is so high that when you compare him to centre backs now, it's so difficult because he can do everything. And the last centre back to me, the last best centre back in the world before him was Thiago Silva, who did not have the recovery and everything else, but he was so smart across the ground, so silky that's what carried him through. But to me, Virgil van Dijk's got all of that as well.
But I hear you because even like, for example, Toby, when Toby was at Tottenham under Poch, Tottenham were defending high, but I still see a difference between Toby and Rudiger. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I would agree, but at the same time, like I say, Poch doesn't like him because he can't play the way he wants to play with him. He has to sit so deep that he's not diverse enough. He's not complete enough as a defender to actually help his team to play the game that they're supposed to play. Whereas I think Rudiger could play deeper and he could play higher up. And I rate that. I rate that higher than, say, again, if you put Joel Matip high up the pitch without Virgil van Dijk, bro, you concede him 3 a game. Just like if you played Mertesacker up there.
He's doomed.
Am I wrong to say that Sergio Ramos overrated?
No, he is what he is now, isn't it? But he passed his.
What do you mean overrated though? What do you mean?
I mean,
because he's still being classed as one of the best.
Yeah, great defender in terms of attributes, but every time, every big game,
I've seen him do some mistakes, bro.
He
uses his head in big games.
I think he plays on the edge, and actually, when 9 times out of 10, him playing on the edge means they get the win because of him.
Yeah,
You really
I don't
love.
think he's a
But the red cards always look worse than the man of the match performances or the center.
It's too many teams. More than Lee Catmull.
Oh, it's mad. It's mad. Yeah.
You can say that. He's a big game player too.
Yeah,
very
exactly.
big.
Yeah.
I'd say 9 times out of 10, he's like impenetrable, just fantastic, and he scores all of that.
Very good centre back.
I think the liability. You're right. He's a proven world class defender, but that liability, the liability of all the the Reds and all that kind of stuff. I think that just brings him down.
Would you take that? Would you take that on your team? You as a coach, yeah, would you take a youth like that on your team?
100%.
Well, what speaks for him, obviously, are his Champions League medals and his La Liga trophies and his international trophies. So it's like you can look at his whole career and say what impact did his rashness in big games have, and say, hey, it was worth it.
He's not a joke, bro. He carries.
No, you're right. You're right. I would take him because, like, you're right. He's a G, innit? He's a leader. Yeah, I get that. But it will piss me off though.
Yeah, because you're gonna get
naturally.
I'm sure pros and cons.
I'm sure it's pissed off like everyone has been at Madrid.
Yeah, but there's more pros than cons having
like El Clasicos
sent off all the time. But that's because his head's gone. They're already 5-0
down. Mad all the time. Like, bro, your experience. You should every time Messi gets the ball,
they're already 5-0 down.
Gone. He drop kicks him. You can't drop kick a man and get a yellow. You know you're gonna get sent off, Sergio.
And he's 5-0 down. Fuck it. 5-0 down. Messi's already fucking scored 4 goals.
High risk, high reward, bro.
People in the comments mentioning Sionchu. I do like Sionchu.
He's not the best in the world yet.
I also think he benefits like Harry Maguire did playing with Johnny Evans. I think Leicester have transitioned their defenses very well over the last few years.
Someone asked Miles, why are you 5-0 down? That's a great point.
Did he hit the
No, Sergio Ramos, didn't it? Because you know when he played for Madrid and they're 5-0 down, he's in the defense.
I was playing against Barcelona, bro. That was like the best team in the world those times, bro. Best team ever. It's Barcelona, bro.
It's Barca, man. Barca can beat you 5. No one can say that.
Lionel Messi, man. Lionel Messi can beat you 5-0.
Exactly.
And PK's overrated. I'm seeing PK's name come.
No, I love PK.
I hate PK, boy.
He's got a stride on him.
I hate him, man.
He's fast. I never knew he was fast, bro.
And he's a good.
What do you like about him?
Very good on the ball, composed.
You don't think he's good on the ball?
I said he is very good on the ball.
Oh, he's sick on the ball.
One of the best.
In Barca, everyone has to have agility techers, bro. Like good footwork. Otherwise, you're just not
one of the best.
In.
I love PK. PK says complete a package as it kind of happened in that generation of defenders. I love him.
Yeah,
PK in his prime, does he remind you of Van Dijk?
United fumbled that.
No, I don't know how many players remind me of Van Dijk, honestly.
Or do you think Van Dijk's in his own league with the way he plays?
I just don't know if anyone reminds me of him.
Oh.
That pure versatility and just the game is a different game, and he just makes it so
evolved.
easy.
It's too evolved since PK's peak compared to now Van Dijk. I think it's evolved too much.
Van Dijk's alone. He's good. Van Dijk's alone, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you know what I like about Van Dijk? I honestly think he can play in centre mid. I swear that.
Yeah.
I think he could play up front. I think he could play on the wing. Honestly, just play a kind of guy. Like he could do everything. He's unreal.
He don't even sweat, man.
He actually can play up front. He's a long head. Karuru, man.
He'll show him pace. He'll just jockey and get the ball.
Jordy, are you a big fan of the United stand?
No.
Well, I'll take that as a yes.
That's Adam McCullough's page.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
What is
it's not 4 months as Adam McCullough.
Who's that flexing them? That's flexing them.
Yeah, I know it's not Adam. I don't know who it is. I know it's not Adam's full-time Devils.
Full-time Devils. That's it. Sorry, Adam.
They tweeted last week, and I wanted to bring it up. It's been in my notes for over a week now. If unpopular opinion, if Bruno Fernandes joined Man United in the summer, United would be 30 points better off and pushing Liverpool for the title.
No. I saw that tweet and actually replied to them, just shut up.
Why do you say that, Jordy? Why do you think no?
they think we'd be put. Liverpool are doing what they're doing regardless.
Catch Liverpool, my bad. Sorry.
Come on, man.
One man can't change that around. Not 30-point deficit. Not one man. I'm not Bruno Fernandes. He's not good enough. If KDB can't do it, Bruno Fernandes can't.
Do you know one thing we've got to remember as well, yeah? Sometimes when you buy a player when your situation's bad, there's a difference between having that player when the situation's bad. So, for example, I think if Fernandes was at Man United in the summer and Man United started shit, that could kill his morale.
That's what I mean.
You won't get him to perform. But he's coming at a time where he's like, you know what? There's no rules here. Let me just go for it.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I mean?
Got nothing to lose.
Yeah, so it's hard, isn't it?
And yeah, I just think that was a stupid tweet. And it's not an indictment on Bruno Fernandes' talent.
But my question, I guess, is: are Man United fans now going to put too much pressure on Bruno Fernandes next season?
It's happening. Do you know why it's happening? Because the season stopped whilst he was on a high. So they think we probably could have caught Liverpool.
I remember I felt like it was becoming a bit of an overwhelming force of Man United fans when the rumours started coming out that Pogba's text Solskjaer and he wants to play with Fernandes and he's ready to come back.
It's like having blue balls.
Go on.
We are here. We're hearing this sort of news. Bruno's banging it out. Then the season just stops. So now you start dreaming. Yeah, we were gonna finish second. All that shit.
Surely, Pogba in that midfield. Surely you lot will be title challengers though. If he U-turn,
I believe that.
It's a proper team, bro.
I believe
title challengers.
No, I don't know about. You can make top.
No.
Title challengers, yes. Winners, I don't know.
That pushes what above Man City or?
Nah.
We're with like in the top three for the title.
Challenging too.
Challenging.
You think there could be 3 teams challenging?
Yes.
Bear in mind, City didn't challenge this year.
I think next year we could challenge.
If Pogba's in midfield,
Yeah.
McTominay.
Nah. Not good
Ole
enough.
Gunnar Solskjaer, as Manchester United manager, is going to challenge with Klopp's Liverpool and Guardiola's Man City if they have one player that they didn't have last year.
No, two players.
Well, one that they didn't have for half of last year.
All right, yeah, I believe that. Do I think he's going to win it? Is another question. Do I think he's going to challenge? Yeah.
Winning is
Challenge. What does challenge mean then? Because again, City didn't challenge this year more than what City did this year.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Challenge is I think we're going to get there till about, I don't know, fourth quarter. We might fall off then.
Give us a month, Jordy. Be more specific.
Pacific.
You be more specific.
Give me a month. No, you give me a month. Don't say
It's war. I love the war.
I think April might knock a man.
That's not challenging, bro.
Yes, it is.
What do you mean that's not a month away?
April's like 4 games left.
Miles doesn't know what title
Be more
challenge is.
specific. Be more specific. Beginning of April. How many games of April? That's not challenging.
April's like 30 games of the season, bro.
Yeah.
That's more than that, yeah.
There's only
Miles, just say you hate United, man. Relax.
No, brother. I don't hate Man United, but you ain't good enough.
You do though.
You're not. But
We're
it's
not
just
what?
ridiculous. I say you're good enough to get top 4, like solid. We're making top 4, and then in challenging, you're gonna need another 3 players. Easy.
Maybe that's fair.
Easy.
Players
is one thing. I think, like I say, is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer capable of challenging for the title?
Like Jordy, you say that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer loves to play counter-attacking football, like you said. Yeah, that's his favorite thing.
I do say that.
Huh?
I do say that. Yeah.
That's not gonna be the title challenge to April.
Is that good enough to go for the title, in your opinion?
I think he could challenge. Yeah.
I think the actual philosophy of counter-attack, that can challenge you for the title. The question is whether or not you've got a manager that can make those big decisions in those big games. And
you lot are not hearing me. That's probably the difference. I think a next manager, I think we have to fight. We have to win it.
So someone like Pochettino came in.
Yeah.
I think you went.
If Pochettino comes and Pogba wants to stay and Bruno's there and we get Sancho, let's say, brother.
Okay.
But does that not require every other team to stand still?
Yeah. Because Man United gonna get better. Liverpool's gonna get better.
How are they going to get better?
I'm not saying they're going to necessarily because they're not. That's not how it works. If Liverpool get better, then fuck the rest of this league. It's done.
When I'm trying to make my team better to win the league, I don't care about every team standing still. I know no team's going to stand still. That's like that. I don't think that's not a smart question.
I just think that Man United is way off Liverpool and Man City. Regardless of Man City's season this year, I think Man United is still way off Man City.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's a fact.
So I just think not being biased, I think it's Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham. Them four are competing for the other spaces, and then it's Liverpool and City. And I don't think Man United is going to take that jump from us four to that three with them.
Okay, so let's do this. I've been doing some research into the different ways that the season could end if it was ended today in the Premier League. If there's a couple of methods people are talking about. One is that you cancel the league at 19 games, and once you go back to the point where everyone had played each other once, and you do the table from there. That would have Liverpool top, Leicester second, then City, then Chelsea. That would be the top four. Man United would be 8th. Arsenal would be 11th.
Nice.
Villa, Watford, and Norwich would go down.
Why after 19 games? Sorry.
Because everyone will have played everyone once.
Okay.
Obviously, that's not necessarily fair because some were away, some were at home, varying levels of difficulty, everything else. Then there was the points per game method. Points per game method, which is extrapolating what they did in the first game compared to the second game, what would have happened, blah, blah, blah. That would have Liverpool winning it, City second, Leicester third, Chelsea fourth, Man United fifth, Arsenal 8th, Spurs 9th, and that would have Villa, Norwich, and Bournemouth going down. But Bournemouth will be relegated on goal difference per game.
That's not fair.
Yeah, fuck it.
But what is fair?
Fuck it. Let's do it. Listen, there's no outcome for this that's fair to everyone.
The fairest outcome is avoiding the season and no one goes up or no one goes down.
No, but that's what I mean. That's not fair.
No, we ain't doing that.
But that's fair, bro. No one asked for this situation. No one asked for this. But this is life now.
Yes, no, you're true, but everyone is looking for a fair thing.
So it's fair, bro. No one goes up.
Avoiding it now is not fair to Liverpool who are 20 points clear.
Yeah, there's no fair. There's impossible to do fair. Fair is every team plays each other at home, every team plays each other away. Even if they bring the season back, it's not going to be fair because you played a team once in front of 30, 40,000 people. Now you're going to play in front of nobody. That's not fair.
I'm not on it because it means that it means Arsenal survive relegation.
Well, I don't think they can mathematically get relegated now.
11th.
Yeah, I think they've hit that threshold, though, haven't they? Points wise.
Oh, fuck it, do it, man. Do you know why I'll do it? Because it means that Laka and Aubameyang won't accept it and just want to leave, and they will have to leave. So yeah, do it.
But listen, people are saying the season's void, but like it's more significant than that because like Leeds, if you watched the Leeds documentary last year, you know how much they've invested in getting this team up to the Premier League. Yeah, if you look at Aston Villa spending 195% of their revenue on wages, you know how much it costs to get into the Premier League. Big clubs can't afford, big championship clubs who have invested this money, they can't afford to not go up.
That's what I mean. So no one's trying to take an L that's not fair.
Yeah.
If I'm going to take an L, it has to be fair. I've paid too much. I paid way too much.
What can you do, Jordy? What could you do?
That's what I mean. I don't know what can be done. I don't think anything can be done.
Yeah, well, the only thing you could do is finish it, but finish it unfair, which is...
Behind closed doors, yeah. That's the fairest.
That's shit.
But is it realistic? Simon Jordan was on TalkSport saying, look, if a football player dies from COVID...
It's finished.
It's finished.
That's
corporate manslaughter, and he's like, how do they recover from that?
Finished. No, but I did say that. High risk, high reward, man. High risk, high reward. I don't think the reward is worth the risk, but high risk, high reward.
What's the reward?
Finishing the league.
For who? So for whom is the reward?
Liverpool.
Whoever doesn't lose money, really.
I mean, everyone's losing money anyway.
I know, but let's try and lose the least we can. You know that's what they're trying to do.
Of course.
Yeah, so I read, as things stand, the Premier League is liable to give back £768 million for the games that haven't been played
To
to
who?
TV broadcasters alone. Apparently, DAZN, beIN Sports, and Canal Plus have all already stopped paying people.
The Premier League are gonna ask Lumos for an Avi. Oh, mate.
So it's like every day, like the more information that comes out, the more you understand about this shit. The more it's just like there's no point even having an opinion, really. It's just I think someone's going to make a bad decision at some point, and everyone's going to be pissed. I don't think you can make everyone happy now.
I think playing the league with players as stupid as we have in this league is a bad idea. Someone is going to have a party again and spread that thing.
They're doing it every day. Not to be a cunt, they're doing it every day. It's just they're not in the newspapers every day.
So I would say avoid it, but I just know how much money is at stake, and I know no normal human wants to lose that money.
760 million in TV rights. That's before you get into sponsorship. That's before you get into league position bonuses and stuff like that. That's before you get to season tickets that they're going to have to give money back on. 760 million for clubs that are doing turnover of 80% wages. It's serious businesses crumbling.
Scrap it all and start from zero. You can't meet targets. You can't beat a target that you had from last year.
But there's no absolute scrap it all and start from zero. How does that work? There's no zero. It's minus $1 billion, 10 billion. There's no zero.
Ain't everyone in profit every year though? In a business?
No.
A successful business?
No. That's not how businesses work. They have to spend their revenue for the most part. Look, there's some mad numbers out there. Like the 3 years between 2014 and 2016, the 3 seasons, it was something like 360 million was the debt. Was the 380 million was the combined losses of the Premier League teams. In the 3 years since then, it jumped to 624 million. That's the number we're currently at before coronavirus. 624 million losses combined in the Premier League. And that's nearly double what it was 3 years before.
That's too much. They can't afford it. They need the TV rights, so they want to play it behind closed doors. We know that. But they just can't afford to not finish the games.
So if you're a TV company, why would you pay what was agreed when I'm not getting what we agreed for? So even if you play those games, you're not guaranteed the money that you thought it was in that contract because you're not actually executing what I asked for.
So does the TV companies want to sue them or take them to court?
They will. They will want to. Yeah.
They have their finger on the trigger, blood. They are waiting for the Prem to say no Prem. And that email is sent.
Yeah. But ultimately, most people like Sky and BT BT don't need it because they're a different kind of organization. But Sky need the Premier League to exist. They need the Premier League to draw numbers and make people want to buy Sky boxes. So it's not like they want to sue them. They're not trying to sue them. But if you're Sky and the reason you paid X amount of billions of pounds for the TV rights is so that Gillette and Renault and Ford and Mercedes and fucking Starburst and fucking Sunkist all were going to come in and buy this amount of advertising, and all those companies now are going, we don't need that space anymore. No one's buying a car this year. Then why am I still paying that money for this product?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's just chaos. I'm just trying to like keep everyone in the loop of like why things are why things are slow, why communication is so poor on this.
What I don't understand is all these people that have invested in the Premier League, all these money, all these businessmen. For 1 second, they didn't think to themselves, you know what? An earthquake could have hit, an earthquake could have happened, something mad could happen. You guys weren't prepared properly. If I've got millions invested somewhere, surely in the back of my mind, I'm saying to myself, well, you know what? Hurricane Rudiger could come out of the blue and do something with my money. Why is no one prepared for this? Why are we all? I feel like we're all just complacent.
I think you'd have to be a juju man to predict this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the owners, they do have that protection for the most part. Why would they have that for every one of their businesses?
Yeah, like I'm protected, but I need you lot to take 12% off for Arsenal. Like at home, my house is fine. I'm all fine. But if this business of mine, Arsenal, I need you lot to take a cut.
In these religious books, whatever you read, the Quran, maybe the Bible, whatever, it tells you things that are going to happen.
Yeah, it does.
So maybe these people that invested their millions and billions, you should have opened up a book for a bit.
Well, act of God is not coverable insurance, unfortunately. Well, I'm sure it is, but you have to pay a stupid premium to get that.
Act of God insurance.
Yeah. Someone here says, C Singh says, what were you wanting to talk about Margs yesterday? We talked about Margs yesterday.
Oh, no, we said, no, because you said we'll get to that. It doesn't matter. I just think Margs.
He talks about Margs, though.
I just think Margs is the best personality in the UK right now.
He's a legend, yeah. So again, The Athletic, everybody, you should all sign up. £29 for the year. It's the best football content provider there is. I love 442, but
if you're broke like me, just stick to the timeline.
Yeah. The timeline will break it down in essence anyway. But I read a really great article by Pablo Mora on The Athletic. And it was about the ideas that MLS tried to introduce before launching to football. Because obviously you've seen that penalty kick thing that they did.
Yeah.
That was called the Stampede kick.
I hate Americans!
All right, let me run through a few of these ideas that they had. And I want to know if any of them make sense, because they might make sense. I don't know. You guys tell me.
He's one bang.
All right, number one, increasing the size of the goals. Goals are normally 24 feet wide and 8 feet tall, but there was a game in 1994 when the goals are 18 inches wider and 6 inches taller.
That's a wheeler.
Cool. They want critical and Heady one in goal.
Obviously, at that time, Americans didn't think that there were enough goals in football to keep Americans entertained. Second rule, 5 individual fouls.
Stop. I just remembered something. Tika, what's that football called where there's a goalkeeper, and if you kick it over the bar, it's also a goal?
Good.
Is that hurling?
I think it's in Australia.
Aussie rules.
Yeah, Aussie rules.
There's a goalkeeper, but if it goes over him high, it's still a goal, Skits. So why is he there?
Gaelic football as well, yeah. Hurling.
Best sport ever.
So what you don't think the goal should be bigger, you're saying, basically? You're ruling it out.
What kind of question is that?
This is a question from 1994 in American soccer that I feel like we can answer now.
Score across.
If there were rules for them too, fuck it.
Hold on. This was 94. This is 26 years ago. We can let Americans breathe now. They gave us McBride and Pulisic. Rule number 2: five individual fouls lead to an ejection, which is a forced substitution.
Did you say injection in the skin?
Ejection.
So if you do 5 fouls, you have to get subbed up.
Which is like basketball style.
Basketball, yeah, you get fouled out.
Yeah.
No.
Can you imagine Sergio Ramos? How long?
The whole game.
20 minutes in, he's getting subbed up.
What? No red card, yellow card, just the 5 fouls?
No, if it's a red card offense, you get sent off. But if it's 5 individual fouls, like niggly fouls, like tripping or whatever, they're not yellow cards or red cards. You got to be subbed off.
Tigo, when I was a PE teacher, I did that with my reception class.
How did it work?
It worked.
Did it make the game flow better?
Yeah, free. I get them 3 chances. I think grown men with big mansions, I don't think that's a good idea.
You guys are against this rule then, yeah?
I think that's terrible.
That's not football.
All right. Rule number 3: 17 fouls lead to a live shootout, aka the stampede shot. So if your team makes 7 fouls in a game, the other team gets a stampede shot, which is the run from the halfway line, then the shot, which is like that penalty that you've seen on YouTube a load of times. But it doesn't stop at 7. So if you commit 14, then it's another penalty. If you commit 21, then it's another penalty. And
They're
you can
making a
have
whole new
multiple.
game. This is a whole new game.
I think if you introduce that, you'll see more players diving. It's the truth. You're 3-0 down, you can't score. So let me try and make 7 fouls.
Yeah.
The Stampede shot would have been the penalty for denying a clear goal scoring opportunity outside the box. So penalty would still happen in the box, but if you deny the clear goal scoring opportunity outside the box, you get a Stampede shot.
So basically, this is 101. This is 101 finishing.
Yes. But I will say this about that, right? I will say this about that. You ever see a player go through on goal outside the box, get fouled, and then get a red card, and then go, yeah, all right, that's like fair. But then they got a free kick in the middle of nowhere, and you go, this doesn't feel fair.
Yeah.
He ain't scoring this.
Yeah.
he ain't scoring. Yeah.
So everyone's against that, yes? No Stampede shot.
Bro, I'm against the MLS.
In 1994. Rule number 4, anti-encroachment measures. If a team's wall moved forward from a free kick, it will be punished by being pushed back 5 yards and that player getting an instant yellow card.
See, I like that. The wall should be higher. So get players and staff to stand on each other's shoulders.
That's harder for the free kick, though.
Why?
That's harder for the free kick taker now.
You can only bend it.
Why is that harder?
Because initially it's 10 yards back, but if he moves, you have to go 15 yards. So now I've got to lift it and dip it on a mag.
Oh my God. Guys. Jesus.
What?
Poet.
Are you excited?
Oh my God.
Are you as excited as I am right now?
Oh,
Commenters, if you're excited, go down and click like, because we need you to click like.
I'm excited now.
Who's excited? Who's fucking pissing their pants excited right now? Click the fucking like button. Click the like button.
It's music.
Click the like button.
Put the music.
Is there
Guys,
like
I'd like to introduce you to...
Oh
Shit, son! Hey!
Go on.
Oh my days.
Who's that thing?
What's your name, bro?
What?
What's your name, bro?
Nearly 4 weeks into Filthy at 5, we have the debut
Where's your moustache, guys?
of the great Scribs.
Huh?
Hey,
Hey, Miles, it's mad, isn't it? I know. Hey, you are working right now. Are you working right now? Yeah, I'm on break still.
Big up the key workers, bro.
Big up. Come on, cuz. Hold tight, Miles. Hey, Specs. What you doing?
He's finding the Undertaker music
Why
to
you
play,
so
but
silent?
only one thing can play
Don't trust
sound
me,
at a time.
cuz. What are you doing?
Who, me?
Is he talking?
Scribs in there.
I'm preing you, bro.
What's going on?
I'm
Can
preing
you?
Who? I can't hear no one. I hear Specs.
You can hear me. Can you hear Specs?
I can hear Georgie. I can hear Miles. I'm back
Can
in.
you hear me now?
Can you hear me? I can hear Skits. I can hear Tigo. Yeah, well done, Tigs.
What's going on? Scribs.
No.
Scribs, where you been, bro?
Scribs, you come out like Jericho, you know. This is sick, bro. Well, why you called Heady too?
because I made Heady one on FIFA and I tried to score a free kick over him, but when he was in the wall, I just had to pass.
I saw your thing about critical. You're out of order.
Why?
Talking about his head's gonna hit the globe tomorrow or today.
Oh, how does critical look to you, Scribs?
Listen, I'm not gonna
What
lie.
is your opinion?
I can't talk about heads.
Why?
I don't feel like it's fair.
All right, would you have that head? Would you take that head? Would you borrow it?
Would I what?
Would you borrow his head for a day?
Would I borrow his head? No. That head's mad.
All right, cool. Just checking. So I was right.
The dynamic head still.
Scribs, since you're here, did you see the United Stands tweet last week that said they said that if unpopular opinion, if Man United had Bruno Fernandes at the start of this season,
just chatting shit.
You disagree with that tweet?
That's trash. What are they talking about? What are they talking about? They need to just cancel all of these United, or just call yourself something else.
Thank you.
You don't stand for Manchester United.
Excuse me, what are you working with? What are you working with?
What do you mean?
You know what he means.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know. Explain.
Look in pen.
What? Look at me. I look like a monster.
No, you look pen. I can't lie.
Patrick cuts.
Scribs had a howler on Twitter yesterday, man.
What did he say?
What happened?
I help him.
Fam. Has Tucky deleted his Insta? Or his Twitter?
No.
What happened?
So why can't I find him?
I don't know.
Online.
Yeah, I looked. Couldn't find him.
Oh, you're blocked.
Nah, don't say that. Could have been the
I found him. He's right here, bro.
Let me see.
That's Chucky online.
Man,
I tweeted low. He tweeted low. DJ Chucky, the wallpaper. DJ Chucky, the whole next man.
Do you know what my favorite thing about that was? He didn't delete it.
Yeah, no. You know, it was. It's because I found it funny, so I thought I should let everyone else find it funny too. It was a mad L. That L was mad. But yeah, what's going on, cuz?
When are you free?
What?
When are you
I'm never free.
Okay.
Never.
Oh, just checking.
Maybe on a Sunday.
Sunday, yeah?
How are you? How are you quarantining?
What?
How are you quarantining? How's it going?
I'm not quarantining.
Come on, man. You do go home, though.
Yeah, I go home all the time, even before quarantine.
Oh, so you've always been quarantining?
Kind
Sorry,
of.
I just want to introduce someone who's equally as surprised as the rest of us. One sec.
This got to be Big Draco.
Yeah.
Man, like, oh
Yeah.
It's Draco.
In the building. Chris, you were playing to smash up the planet, and now there's no excuse, so you're back.
Come on. This is amazing.
You look at me as well.
Huh?
This is amazing.
Who
Who look like?
Ribbon,
I seen you man's face, this fam.
That's what I'm saying.
Where's Tigo?
It's crazy.
Tigo let Poet in the dance. He's backstage.
Hey fam, why is that thing
This
so
is wavy still.
I'm a narcissist. Cuz why did I have to say that thing about you?
Huh?
My DMs have gone mad.
Oh, Eden.
Oh, but
Huh?
wait, hold on. Who's making that noise, cuz?
It's Skits, it's Scribs, man.
Scribs.
Hey, Scrib. Take your hand in your trousers, bro.
Yo,
What you say, bro?
Bro, you know that
the
situation
host
where
has
I
unmuted
basically
your mic.
Yeah,
Why
Yeah.
are you?
he's the engineer.
Tigo's basically saying you're acting up, Scribs. But imagine, and bro, I enjoyed it. Try to phone you back though. I had to talk to you about this as well. I was like, what do I do? What do I do? My DM. Huh?
I said behind the
Oh,
scenes.
what?
Behind the scenes.
Is it
What's going on?
Oh,
I mean, Scribs, you've ruined this, fam.
oh,
Yes.
what happened? What happened?
Oh,
Because you
basically,
got
all my
caught
DMs
hacking
are
up link up.
the video. Yeah, basically every DM, every DM.
You hotted them up still.
About
I'm
what?
not gonna lie.
What-
I was watching it, and
What
you
did you
reminded
say?
me that they were being cheeky. You reminded
Who?
me that they took the piss. You reminded me that Link Up TV took the piss. I didn't know.
How?
And then you broke it down. You broke it down so well. I get it.
But I didn't break it down for the say that they take. I broke it down to show them that they're getting buoyed. Just stop it. You're getting buoyed like a little bit. You're getting buoyed. If you're having a beef with someone,
It's evidence though.
Chips putting this video on Link Up TV, but when the response goes on Link Up TV, he takes it down.
I'm a chip.
What's the point?
Johnson.
I'm a
Scribs.
chip.
You know, Scribs, imagine I send for you on Grime Daily. You send for me a Link Up. Did I send
Yeah.
for you on Link Up? respond on Grind Daily, but I told Posty take it down.
That's tricky. But that's a 50 Cent
You do
thing.
some more videos with me after I've made it, like, cuz. He's
It's a 50 Cent thing. It's a 50 Cent thing. He's a boss.
How can he crash Link Up TV and win that as well? He's greedy.
He is a boss. T-Go's a hater. Chip is a boss.
Chip's the boss, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bossy cuz. Chip is
Right,
bossy cuz.
people. Yeah, hey, people, for all the commenters, yeah, Chip has been stopping up people behind the scenes. So that's what we're talking about.
He's been getting videos taken down.
He's getting videos taken down.
And gone about it. It's happened.
Releasing a tune on Friday.
That tweeted good vibes only.
TMD's back.
I get it though. I'm on Chip's side. I'm on Chip's side. Man don't need that negative energy. Man's trying to make albums and that and make music for the gandom, and you're bringing back clashes.
Yeah.
I love the idea that that's. I love the idea that that's why you.
Airing man for 2 months.
I love the.
Ask you to see a documentary about me and you ignore me.
Yeah, it's mad.
I love the idea that that's why you think he did that. That's definitely not why he did any of that.
I don't know why. I don't know him. But I'm listening to what they said on Instagram. She said, we tried to contact you 2 months ago and you aired us. And then the thing comes out. It's a disrespect.
Scribs, this is all I will say. This is what I will say, because I forgot a couple of things. And I know Tigo knows what I'm talking about because me and him spoke about it. Because I've done content with everyone in this country. The only person I've never done content with is Dizzy Rascal, Tiny Temper. That's it. Everyone. I can tell you, if an artist is ever being accused of being difficult by a black establishment, they're probably telling the truth, bruv. I know I'm difficult to work with. Very difficult. If Pepsi say I'm difficult to work with, they're probably chatting shit. But if Rewind say it, they're probably telling the truth.
Chip is the new Wiley. I respect him. I'm on his side. I don't care about
immediately.
I'm on his side. I am on Chip's side. I don't care about man's speeches. I'm on Chip's side. Man said, let me see the documentary. And man hid away from him for 2 months and then released it.
And they said,
put a preview and man are saying, yo, what's that? And then you're ignoring man. You can't be airing me. I don't know what no one says. Man cannot be airing me and you're releasing a documentary about me and you think I'm going to see it and not do things. Man knew they were going to get it taken down from before it was even released. They were like, watching these man release it.
It's back up now, right?
Straight away. Someone done it. Someone bootlegged it.
It's back down.
No, it's down again. It's down again.
The link
like a seesaw.
I think what you're saying, Scribs, is it's logical, but it's not in full.
Yeah, no, it's uninformed.
It's not in full receipt of the facts. But yeah, but you're going on what has been said publicly, which is what most people can go by. But yeah, it's logical what you're saying.
But like behind the scenes, I don't know. You don't know. I don't know.
But Scribs, you know one thing I do know. You see, if I didn't mind something be up, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't like if that video made. Like I don't really know Chip's argument because the video doesn't make him look bad.
I know, but you know it is. It's like because judging by what they said 2 months ago,
you're dropping a single and a free publicity. They've done a whole documentary and you're the hero.
You know what? I get it.
What's the problem?
You don't know what his issues are. He might have issues that.
It's on Graham Nation.
Bro,
yeah,
it's on YouTube, is it?
No, but
is that website?
That's on YouTube.
Scribs, imagine, fam. It's a documentary made by Link. If it was made by Coca-Cola, cool. Or BBC, cool. ITV, Channel 5, Channel 4, cool. I'm hearing this from a Link Up TV, and they didn't even make no money off it. So basically, they've documented the culture to make some good content. Because let's be honest, it's definitely lacking that. We're definitely lacking good content. So finally, in times of quarantine, where there's not really much to watch because we watched everything, we get good content. And a man takes it down, despite the fact he actually looks the best.
Do you know why?
After that to get taken down is Younger.
Do you know why? All they had to do was answer the phone.
Yeah.
Man phoned you. You saw the
again. Well, you're doing the Instagram comment, and I get it, but yeah, come on, man. Is that realistic? What you think they've said?
I don't know. Let me know. You have to give me details. I'm just giving the details that I have.
Jenny Francis says they get money off people visiting their site. More ad revenue. No, they don't. I help you out, guys. No,
Scribs, You're with the man then. You know that we would never do anything to disrespect anyone that's with our team. We're team up, this team. So
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
What?
Who's that?
Alien, cuz.
What happened?
Hold on, Scribs. I'm bringing you back in, Scribs.
Scribs.
Clean.
Look,
Bro, I
don't know what's going on.
Your headset on.
Why have I got a pause on my face?
you got a pause in your face. Menopause.
Yeah.
Scribs is 100% on an Android right now.
He's showing the phone his boat.
No, it's not. It's iPhone still. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, Tigo.
What's wrong with your face?
Scribs is what?
Your voice of voice, isn't it?
He looked at himself.
Yeah, he added DJ Chucky yesterday.
Hey, fam, they hate me on Twitter, so I can't be the voice of it. Why is everyone's mouth open? What are you not doing?
What?
These times it's just me. Scribs have got an Android.
No, you're gonna see. You're gonna watch this back and see Skip's had his mouth open. I asked him what he's doing, and now Poe's doing it. Bastards. Try to sit there.
Oh, fam.
But yeah, man. Everyone's getting
Before you joined Scribs, I feel like this could distract you from your telephone worries. We were running through some of the list of rules that the American soccer tried to introduce before launching the MLS in 1994.
The penalty.
So there's a few. There was just to run down quickly what we've been through already. They tried to increase the goals, the size of the goals.
Okay.
They wanted bigger goals. They wanted 18 inches wider, 6 inches taller.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted any one player who commits 5 individual fouls to be forcibly ejected from the game, but it's like a forced substitution, like in basketball, like get him off, get someone else on.
Okay.
7 team fouls. If your team commits 7 fouls, then your team gets the other team gets a stampede kick, which is that thing you've seen on YouTube where they run and shoot instead of a penalty.
Okay.
That also counts if you're through on goal and you get fouled, you don't get a penalty, you get a stampede kick. And encroachment, they wanted to make it so that if your wall starts to come forward from a free kick, you get punished 5 yards and the player gets an immediate yellow card. Do you like any of those rules? This is 1994. Let's leave America alone.
Okay. I thought this was recent. They're just extra. Fam, you're English, innit? You're just English. The descendants are English. Why are you trying to change everything? Trying to be unique. Fucking dead rules, fam. Stick to football. Football's an amazing sport.
You know what
and it's football, not soccer.
In 1994, Scribs, I would have looked at America and said, can you not get any worse?
Now? It is mad. I'm telling you. I'm not even going to talk about America. I've tweeted about America before, and bare Americans were cussing. America is hell on earth.
How about this rule? This rule, they wanted to make it so if a ball goes out for a corner, right? But it's in the space in the box, like in the lines, but in the box, so it goes out for a corner. You take the corner from the edge of the box.
Shit, that's not a corner. That's an edge. How are you going to take an edge and call it a corner?
A man from the left needs to get corona. I'm done.
Where are you not seeing comments?
Don't worry, man.
On mobile, you can't see them.
Don't worry, Scribs, because you're not going to get there and get.
Oh, what, you don't on the laptop? Okay, that's why you don't look so. You don't dissing me because I'm on my fucking phone.
Sorry, you fixed it now. You're clean. Americans, for some reason, thought corner kicks were really important, and they looked at if a game was nil, if a game was tied at the end of a game, they would decide who won by who got the most corners.
What?
Fuck off, man.
That was one that they considered. These were all tested in games, by the way. These were all tested in games.
Can I ask you a question?
Did they make up the word soccer? Did they create that word?
No, it's association football is where soccer comes from.
What country is that?
It's an acronym.
Yes, yeah. Football association. That's what it's called around the world. It's just people shortened it. They just sort of shortened it in different areas.
Can I ask you a question, Tilo?
Mm-hmm.
About everything that you've just said.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because football had tried to break America loads of times, but they were trying to work out what the thing that stopped Americans wanting to watch it was.
Not enough.
So they were testing different things to see if it clicked. For instance, choice of throw-ins or kick-ins.
Kick it from the side.
You can either have a throw-in or a kick-in. And the thing about this is this was trialed.
One second.
That's an L.
All right, this is listen. He's on a yellow card.
Fam, I'm so annoyed right now, fam.
No, you're annoying me.
Hold on, Scripps. Hold on.
He's annoying me. He's a technical.
The place he's at, it looks like there's
It's
on there.
Look at the delay. Look at the delay.
Like a kung fu film.
Seems like in South Africa. I remember the World Cup in South Africa. They were short.
Hello.
And the words would come later.
What?
His words are chased.
Hello.
Get him out of there, man.
Bro, how you work?
The throw-in.
This is why I didn't do it before.
Fuck off. That is not why.
You got a laptop though.
But at home, I'm not at home. I'm at work.
So you bring it with you in your bag.
I tried.
Okay then.
But no, I don't have a bag. I got my little bitch bag.
Oh no, it seems to have caught up. Yeah, it's caught up.
But, okay. It's because I'm in the room. That is a canteen, but there's too many people in there.
Watford have made a signing that they've just announced.
What?
Watford.
Who have they signed?
They've signed Papa Gay from Le Havre on a 5-year. He's a 21-year-old.
Papa Gay.
Yeah.
How old is he?
21.
21, yeah?
I reckon he's going to be good, man.
Me too.
Watford are one of the only teams in the Premier League to reduce their wage bill. I think they might be the only team in the league to reduce their wage bill this season.
Good on them, man.
That might be why they're fighting relegation as well, though.
Senegalese.
Is he?
No, he's just 35. Jesus. How do I put his name?
Papa.
Yeah.
G.
Here we go.
G-U-I-E.
Defensive midfield.
Scripps and Poet are killing me.
You said?
Fam, this guy is shaking Tic Tac. This guy here. And this guy is getting suffocated. What's that?
I can't even hear what man is saying.
Papa Gay.
You can't hear what we're saying. Fucking hell, Scribs. Go again. Can you hear us now?
Man, he didn't sign for Watford.
He did.
Why can't
I am fucking stressed right now because I really want to enjoy this moment and I can't because what I'm hearing is tackling.
Another rule that they tried to introduce.
Are you silent because you're listening to me talking?
Nah. Can you hear us?
It is because you're answering way after I'm saying what I'm saying.
That's because you're delayed.
That's because you're delayed by like a minute.
Oh my god!
No, it's caught up. It's caught up.
Oh my
another
god.
rule that America tried to introduce was the 60-minute game clock. So games were 60 minutes long, but every time the ball went out of play, they stopped the clock. Because they did research and found out that actually football's only played for 58 minutes because of substitutions, setting up for corners, restarting for goals, setting up goal kicks. So they said, let's just do a 60-minute game clock. That way no one can waste time. No one can do any of this silliness. Which, now, guys, is there logic there? Does that make sense?
No.
Why?
Because they're overthinking. Just play the game good. Play the game good. I won't know how long I watch. Yeah.
That makes no sense. If you play a game and with everything concluded, like boom, 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 it takes 60 minutes. That doesn't mean if you do a 60-minute game, it's going to do the same exact thing. Like that is ridiculous. Under them circumstances, that's what happened.
Why doesn't it though?
Huh?
Why doesn't it though?
I'm still moving.
That's just under them circumstances. No one's really overthinking.
It's not even a problem.
It's just a natural process. When you change that natural process and say, you lot, naturally, this is what happened. It's 60 minutes. Now it's an unnatural thing. You can't. I don't think you can unnaturally do that. It's just dumb. It's just so dumb.
except that, do we not think time wasting late in games is
amazing?
Like when the ball boys
I don't get it.
walking backwards to get the ball, and you think that's part? Is that part of football? Really, is that something we want to protect?
Of course, all part of football. What brings its character? I don't want this grade A great game where everyone smiles. Give me a cunt, give me a fuck off, give me a prick, give me a ball boy that gets kicked by Eden Hazard. Give me these things. I don't want to watch football and it's the same every game. Do you remember when Everton used to score and with 15 minutes to go, they would take all the balls? And before it was a quick ball system where they would have balls given all to the ball boys. But when they have 15 minutes to go,
is this a good? Are you saying something that's good, or are you just saying something that is?
No, I'm saying this is part of football. I'm not going to ask for it to go or dissipate. It's part of what makes football. It's what makes football. Like, I love it. I love all aspects of football. The good things, the bad things. It's what makes football football. You can't say
goalkeepers taking 3 minutes to take goal kicks is something that's positive about football.
No, but it happens, Tigo. There's loads of things that happen. I don't want a perfect football match. I want
Football. Football is football. You're overthinking it if you think I hate that, so you should take it.
Or how can we stop wasting time?
I love football.
You mean out of all the things that are happening in football, that's your primary? Oh, come on, guys, man. Man, want to waste time? Allow it, fam.
Luminio.
Yo, I'm all about protecting like things that are important. I just don't think that time wasting is something that is beneficial to football. I think that's just a bit weird.
Possibly, but it's not a big issue in football. I'll say that. It's not something.
It depends what you mean by big issue. Could if every time the ball's in play, and you can't steal time by going out for throw-ins and banging long shots from 50 yards and getting it far as you can because it's buying time. If you actually say, right, there's more action now because every time the ball's in play, you might actually see a more focus on action over the course of a full game than you currently have. If it's 2-1, if it's 1-0, and it's just like people pumping long balls into corner flags and everything, because if it goes out for a goal kick, you can run in front of the goalkeeper, block his path to the goal to take the goal kick. How much of that is like football, really?
I hear you, Tigo. I definitely hear you, but I honestly can tell you, if I'm sitting down, Arsenal winning 1-0, and it's like 2 minutes to go, and Leno starts taking long, and all the fans are laughing, that's football. That's a funny moment. We all start laughing.
You're doing Arsenal though. You're not doing when Arsenal are 2-1 down.
Yeah, but anyone, if we're 1-0 down, I'll get frustrated, but I'll get over it. Like, I don't want football where I'm just in one emotion of, like you said, yay, and back to normal. I want to be angry. You want to go through stuff. You don't want to do it.
All right, Skip's giving me a migraine.
Football.
Scribs, your nose is it's making everyone cry. The most anticipated return to Filthy of all time. I don't know. I'm not saying either way on the 60-minute game clock. I'm just saying like time wasting is. That's not. I don't think time wasting is good for football. All that taking an hour for a throw and shit. Mm-hmm. I don't think that shit's good for football personally.
I don't think it's detrimental. I don't think it's like.
I think it's detrimental. Okay. I'd say it's, because most people who watch football aren't people that care about that nuance. They want to watch football. They're casually want to be entertained. And like Jordan Pickford walking around the goal to pick up the ball, walking around to place it on that spot, then walking across to place it on this spot, getting a yellow card, walking 10 yards a bit above the ball so he can pretend to argue with the referee, then turn around and walk around. That's who's entertained by that?
To be fair, it doesn't happen every week. In the games,
it mostly happens every week.
In the games that I watch. So if I watch Arsenal every week, I don't see time wasting every week. So if I don't see time wasting every week as an Arsenal fan, that means it's not it's maybe a problem in football if you watch loads of football. If you just watch your team, I don't think it happens too often. I think there's other things in football which are far more detrimental to the game than time wasting. Time wasting is neither here nor there, fam. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. Like you're not going to time 3-0. I
would just say, of all these rules, I would say the 60-minute game clock is the least offensive, especially when you consider that
fair enough.
Football is played for 58 minutes.
Yeah,
and the rest of that time is off the pitch anyway.
I had a thought.
Yeah, I hear you. Out of all the rules, definitely, I hear you.
I had a thought, yeah. Now more than ever, we have to see Ravel Morrison next year.
Why?
Because he's a good player, and we got to sign him. Someone's got to sign him without spending Ben.
Sheffield United signed him, and he doesn't get. I don't know what that's about.
I don't get it.
So he went Mexico, isn't it?
Yeah, he went Mexico. He was at Atlas.
Yeah.
Then he went Sheffield. And
I saw a quote today about Ferguson telling everyone he's the best young player he's ever seen in his life. But
Rio said that again on the podcast he was on the other day.
Sounding good, Scribs.
Yes.
We have to see Ravel Morrison.
if he wants to be seen.
I'm just going to give you this last bit of rule before we get to Ravel Morrison.
Go on.
In the MLS, what they wanted to do was teams get 6 points for a win in regulation time. They got 4 points for a shootout win because there were no draws. They didn't want draws. 2 points for a shootout loss. And 1 point for each goal scored, up to 3 a game.
Why do Europeans want to just confuse everything? Yeah, they migrated to America in the first place. Should just stay where they are. Left them man over there, fam. Now they've gone over there years later. Football's got more rules than it already has. That's silly, man. Football's too complicated as it is, and it shouldn't be so complicated. So you add all of those rules. Imagine VAR is one thing implemented and there's bare problems. And these men wanted to implement all 10 different rules.
Do you know what's funny? Imagine in America, they're going, in Europe, they got this fucking away goal rule. And they're like, what the fuck's that, bruv?
Yeah.
What do you mean 1 goal means 2?
1 goal means 2. Why are they confusing everything, man?
Yeah, bro.
Stick to our halfway line penalties.
I just think, you know what? Them man there are in no position to be speaking about sport and complications. They just know. I've been and I've experienced sport. It's fundamentally one of the worst things I've done in my life.
It's all like, obviously, it's all just taken from all their other sports. Someone here says if the average game time is 58 minutes, why do a 60-minute clock? Because you'd stop the clock every time the ball goes out of play, just to be clear. But yeah, are there any rules in football now, or anything about football that you would get rid of now or change?
I'd get rid of the away goal.
Would you?
Nah, man.
I'm not invested, but if you told me to pick something, I'm picking that one.
It is mad. I'll tell you what's mad is like Arsenal lost Olympiacos on away goals, right?
Yeah.
In extra time.
PSG lost to Man United on away goal.
Yeah, but Arsenal lost to Olympiacos with a goal in extra time.
Yeah.
How can you have 120 minutes of advantage when one team got 90 minutes of advantage? How do away goals count in extra time?
That is a good point. That was nice. That was good.
Away goal, yeah.
I've got a friend here who wants to change a lot of rules in football. I think he actually likes a lot of MLS rules, if I'm honest, because he's quite a sophisticated and developed man with lots of complicated opinions. I'm just going to bring him in anyway. You guys can ask him what rules he would change about football.
Oh, man.
Yes.
I can't lie, yeah. I've been watching for like an hour and a half, forgetting that I should be on this. So, guys,
I'm fucking trying to use this fucking thing and just taking a piss.
This guy,
Island.
No experience, cuz. Man, right. Come here, make an entrance, like, yeah, Scribs, and then can't fucking hear me, cuz.
Oh, shit, I'm saying, man.
I Scribs,
you look like Roy Jones. The boxer.
Like, who's that? Where's people? Oh, man, like, savage.
All right. What rules? I personally, yeah.
This is so dead.
Americans don't know really how to play football anyway. Soccer.
Having trouble.
Not properly. They don't understand. You need shithousery in this. You need a ball boy who's not going to give the ball back. You need people running the ball to the corner in the 78th minute. You need this. It's all part of it. Do you know how angry I get when Chelsea are drawing or losing and flipping Norwich or having the ball in the corner and kicking it out and doing it? But I love it. I need it.
Savage Dan, imagine how you felt when Didier Drogba scored that goal in the Champions League final. That only happens when you have a situation where your emotional state can be drawn everywhere. You're angry at the ref. You want something that are not right. That's just life, isn't it? Life is not all pretty. When it becomes too perfect, it's just a bit like, but the away
football is best with imperfection. That's why I don't like VAR. That's why I'll give goal line technology a blind, but I like human error. I like error. I love it.
I love that. But the away goals rule, I think I have to agree with Tigo. It actually doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I like it though.
I like it.
Just because
I love it.
Brown.
I love it. But imagine Arsenal played Olympiacos.
Yeah.
One game finished a particular score. The next game finished a particular score. Arsenal then got the goal that they needed to get to make it whatever, but then had to see out the rest of the game. So another team had more time to capitalize on the situation. But then they both.
You explained that. Very
Isn't it
well?
In extra time, I'm sure it doesn't count. In extra time,
it does. It does.
100 million% does. There's no way.
Is illogical.
Hold on. Wait. There is one competition. I'm not sure which one it is where the away goal doesn't count.
It's League Cup
after 90 minutes.
It's the League Cup of it.
Yeah, that makes more sense. That makes more sense.
I've changed my mind. The away goal rule should stay.
What changed your mind about it?
Because I thought about what it prevents.
What does it prevent?
Oh yeah, no, it exists to stop people from playing shit football. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
You know to the
okay.
What don't you like, Specs?
I don't like the fact that if I come to your ground, Tigo, and you beat me 2-1, and then you come back to mine, I win 1-0, who goes through?
I do on away goals, or whoever won 1-0 goes through.
I think that's shit. I think that's shit.
No, I like, bro. You know the terms before you go into your second leg.
I agree with that.
If I go to the new camp where we know it's hard to go and score, you get a goal. You see, even when you get a 2-1 loss, you go home thinking like that's a good result. It's part of it. You see what I'm saying? And then you think, all right, at home we've got to do this. If we could beat them 1-0 at home or like whatever it is, I think it adds to it. I don't think it's unfair. Because I think the only unfair part is if it goes to extra time in the second leg and they continue that rule. But other than that, I feel like it adds an element of excitement.
No, I think there'll be more if the aggregate was level, and you said golden goal, then you will see different football. That's what I think.
Yeah, but it was introduced.
Golden goal.
Golden goal was quality.
Specs.
Golden goal was quality.
What hat are you wearing though when you say this? Because it looks like Dan's wearing the hat of a fan. So when he says what he's saying, it looks like it's the perspective of I like seeing exciting football. When you're thinking about it not being fair, you sound like a coach. So like as a coach, do you think it's unfair? But as a fan, you like it?
No, I don't like it as a fan. If I beat you 2-1, if I beat you 2-1, and you come out grand, I beat you 1-0, I think there should be a third goal to win the tie.
What do you like out of football? What would you like out of football? You don't. It's not about goals and excitement.
Don't get me wrong. No, sorry. Don't get me wrong. What Dan's saying is true. What Dan's saying, I do enjoy.
Oh, you do enjoy?
Yeah. Sorry, you can't see you don't enjoy. Everyone enjoys it, but I'm saying it could be more enjoyable if you introduce golden goal.
I would say
golden goal doesn't have a time limit on it.
No.
Yeah, it's just standard extra time.
How many games have we seen that are 0-0 and they look like they're going to stay 0-0 for the entire week if you let them play?
Yeah, but that's only because they haven't introduced golden goal. If you now tell a team if you score and you win, it changes everything. You can't now play for a draw.
I don't know. Because you know that if you concede, then you lose as well.
It was introduced to stop teams from parking the bus in two-legged games because people want to see attacking football. That's why. So in a sense, getting rid of it, you're just saying win 1-0, then park the bus. Which no one wants. None of us want that.
Exactly.
There's no difference. There's no difference between me and Dan playing and we draw 0-0 at his ground, right? And then it becomes 1-1 at my ground. Somebody needs to park the bus. Who is that be? It'll be me. No, so it'll be him.
Who needs to park the bus?
It'll be me. Yeah.
Because he's got their way goal. So you're still parking the bus anyway.
Well, no, because once you concede, your whole system's like you're set up to park the bus.
Yeah.
So you can't afford to concede in that moment. So you've got to try and play football.
Kind of the opposite though. In games with like where the away goal counts, sometimes you concede. That's it, guys. We have to go and get 2. There is no defending. We kind of throw the kitchen sink. Yeah. I think it does create a more exciting game. I think it does.
Yeah. But one team defends though. That's what I'm saying to you. One team. If Arsenal draw 0-0 with Barcelona, let's say Emirates, and grab the first new camp. Straight away, they go defensive mode.
Yeah, but the other team goes attack mode. all of this isn't too dissimilar to what we get now. Golden goal and extra time as a whole aren't too dissimilar. When you more time, the team that scores in extra time wins that game. That is just how it is. I don't know why. There's not many times where you get a load of goals in extra time. Except
well, do you remember silver goal?
Yeah, I was gonna say that silver goal was lit.
Was that you have to make it to the end of the half?
Yes. Yeah, you score before the end of the half. You're winning and you're through. That was lit.
I mean, it's a bit pointless though for me.
It's similar to golden goal though, isn't it? At least gives them 15 minutes to get the job done. And also it gives you what is like, if that goal goes in that the 7th minute of extra time, you got fucking 8 minutes of chaos.
That's a good
fun. That's fun.
But what I'm saying is, even that's actually only bang halfway between golden goal and what we have now already.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be changed.
Well, we don't have golden goal.
No, I don't know. You know, I've played silver goal in FIFA. Obviously, only FIFA. It is a mad thing. When you score, it's 2-1 and there's 7 minutes to go. Because you can't just play standard football. You are throwing the kitchen sink.
Yeah, but if in normal extra time you concede in the 21st minute, you're still throwing the kitchen sink for the next 9 minutes.
No, sometimes you will ride it out to half time and then you will say the next 15 minutes.
I'm saying in the 21st minute of extra time.
The what?
In the 21st minute of extra time.
Oh yeah, but silver goal doesn't apply for that. That's just the goal.
Yes, but I'm saying imagine you concede because you got 30 minutes after when it's golden goal. At any time the game could stop, or if it goes to penalty, what have you. With silver goal, why it was interesting was if you concede in the 92nd minute, it changes everything in such a bad way. Now there's only 13 minutes to this game's over. Whereas you have got just like 2 penalties. If you concede in the 2nd minute of extra, you could chill out for a little piece. You might say, "Look how we got." So that means, as a neutral, if I'm not supporting either of the teams, it's more of a boring spectacle for me. But if it's silver goal, and you've got 30 minutes, because managers panicking, fans, the environment,
the pace of extra time anyway. The pace is dropped, bro. These lot have done
they're dead. They're dead on their feet. Yeah.
I'm saying, so sometimes I think to myself, does golden goal give us a better game anyway? Everyone's already fucked and knackered. Like, but
at least you can. But they've introduced in the FA Cup, for instance, they've introduced an extra substitution in extra time.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that.
Only in where?
Only FA Cup. I don't know if it's in other things now, but I know it's in the FA Cup.
So basically, what we're saying is, right today in today's football, is if I score at your ground, Dan, that's all it's about.
Yeah.
The away goal is key.
Very key.
No, it can be key. It's not always key. How many times? It can be key. It comes into play in the finest of margins only. If you're getting if you're losing 3-1, you lost 3-1.
And games over 2 legs should only really be played by 2 teams equally matched.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be like one shit team versus one good team in a 2-legged match.
So I think, for example, I personally don't think football is broken as it is. I like it as it is, except for VAR. I like it. To be honest, I'll probably even go back a few more years and bring back the daylight rule of offside and all of that kind of stuff, because I feel like it's getting just a little bit too much like a computer game, a little bit too technical.
Yeah, 100%.
We're taking a lot out of the game. I personally think football shouldn't get more crazy than it is now in terms of the actual game. I think when you're playing home and away, you are supposed to have when you're playing at home, you obviously have an advantage. Your crowd, for most teams, playing at home is easier, or the crowd is meant to be worth something like 0.5 goals. So you playing at home, I feel like when you actually look at those stats and you realize how much goal, having almost an extra goal, like half a goal by playing at home, that away goal rule makes sense to me.
Tigo,
I agree.
Tigo, would you say that
extra time?
It's the manager's fault today that VAR is in football because they complain so much to the FA about decisions and stuff?
Nah, gambling's the reason it's in football.
Okay.
So much money from gambling in football that they need to cut out as many mistakes as they can, make everything
bullshit, man.
Yeah,
it's fucking haram. Excuse my French.
What else would you get rid of? Because you know one thing I would get rid of, and it's the stupidest thing. There are too many lines on a football pitch. What is the point of the centre circle now? What is the point of the 6-yard? What is the point of the 6-yard box now?
It's the D that kills me.
It's so dumb.
No, the D actually.
Whoa! You got
me in it. Obviously, pause me. And obviously now I actually know that the D actually does make sense because you have to that you can't go further forward than that when someone's taking a penalty.
Still dumb. Still in 2020, it really doesn't make a difference though.
I like the lines. I used to draw football pictures. I used to get A4 piece of paper, color it green, and then start putting lines. I used to try and make the exact that perfect football pitch using a protractor and that. I love a football.
Try use cones.
Don't change any. Do you know what we're doing? It's like what people are doing in houses and that. You see, like when you declutter and you just try and modernize your home, and you take out, you just start taking out all the traditional fixings and you start putting in bare modern stuff. You put in the spotlights, and you lose the feeling of what that house was.
I agree, yeah, but let's not be too emotive about this. The center circle and the 6-yard box are dumb.
Change. I think, like you said, the whole thing with the goal line technology, I think that's a good change. That's implementing good change. Doesn't really take much away from the game. Keeps it speed.
Yeah, exactly.
I think VAR is a reason to complain, but then like they made changes back in the day, like when you pass back to the goalkeeper, keeper can't pick it up. Those are good changes. I think
you know what we're gonna lose though, bro. We're gonna lose a lot of moments, and I know that like things being correct is worth a lot in a sport that makes a lot of money, yeah. But for example, even just looking at goal line technology, which I'm with you with, I do feel like it should be there. We've had the Luis Garcia phantom goal. We've had the Lampard one that went in the. These are big moments in football that wouldn't be big moments was it not for that controversy. We're gonna lose moments unless we
gain other
but then we'll create new moments.
You gain other. Wait. Was the Rashford penalty a VAR situation?
I don't know.
Yes, it was.
That's a massive moment. Off the back of that, you had Rio Ferdinand saying, sign him. It's 50-50, Dan. You're going to get moments.
No, I'm saying take VAR out, but I'm saying just even with stuff like this, we start putting in more and more rules, and the only moments we'll be left with is bad challenges and goals. And football is more than that.
Football, as you know, but football changes, man.
Take out.
I'm with change, man. I like change.
I'll be honest, VAR made that World Cup fun for me.
Nah, not even VAR could do that for me.
Nah.
Remember the moments, you're just waiting.
Oh, I'll tell you remember the Jabulani and the Vuvuzela? That's how you make World Cups exciting.
No, those were the things that made that World Cup terrible.
Playing with a beach ball. That's how you score.
Dan, you say that, but they banned Vuvuzela.
Huh? Oh yeah. They banned it, but because it was wild, didn't it?
It was horrible.
Bro, the ball, you would hit that Jabulani and it would go wherever it wanted. It was nuts.
What ball? Wait.
It was like
extra round.
9% air. They must have had the thinnest coat of layer on it. Used to hit this thing and it would just go mad. I don't know. It made everyone look like they could ping it. But I feel like with stuff like this, it's mistakes. Yeah, it's mistakes. And yeah, like it's not exactly fair all the time. But this is football. And everyone will look back over the years. And the biggest moments have been covered in some kind of controversy or.
But that controversy is not going anywhere. Like Pert said, that Sterling that's controversial, man.
You know what should be compulsory? You know the nets.
So it's only compulsory. It's only making sense.
VAR
shit.
Huh?
Moment, VAR is actually more controversial than goals scored. The goal score of Luis Garcia was a great moment, but Sterling, that was massive. Rashford, that was massive. VAR brings more controversy. Essentially, that and human error.
Right. It's because it's still shit. It's because it's still shit and it's still controlled by human error. So at the moment, we can still get some excitement from it.
Yeah.
How many they're getting VAR at the moment are still getting literally half the results or half the decisions wrong. You got Mike Dean in there. So we are still getting enough controversy because this making mistakes. But once they clean it up and it makes none, we lose moments.
Is VAR making mistakes or are they just changing the rules? Because I feel like that's what's happened. Is halfway through, people are just the refereeing authorities. They're just going like, okay, that's offside now. Okay, that's a foul now. Okay, because you remember at the beginning of the season when it says anything that hit the hand was a handball.
Yeah. Then they changed the rules, didn't it? About if the ball is intentional, if you're not looking, all this rubbish. if you're good. It's true. Tigo's right, Dan. They just started changing all these rules about handball.
Well, they've changed bare rules every year. I don't realize what the new offside rule is until I play a ball through to somebody and they're offside. I don't know. It's like a big combo of me, and then there's like they say no, you don't know the new rules as of 3 weeks ago was this, and it's just are these changes? Are they changing things just to change things, or are they having a big difference?
Can I just say I haven't expressed a single opinion on VAR, but the comments seem to think that I'm poet and I've been rallying against it or for it or something. I haven't expressed one single opinion on it.
Are you chucking me under the door?
Poet had emotional speeches. I was like, Poet's right about this, Dan's right about that. And everyone's like, Tigos, you're chatting shit. I'm like, okay.
Guys, if you're in the crowd, continue to finish them. Finish Tigo, finish Poet. Clean them into pieces. Keep going.
Is there anything else in football you change MLS style?
If the crowd are racist, it's a goal for the other team.
I love that.
I like that.
Have they got Simbin? Have they got Simbin? I'd bring Simbin.
Simbin, I like. They can't prove racism in the crowd though. They can't even prove it with 6 months of investigation. So
I'll run to the crowd and say something. I'll run to the crowd and say, if we're losing, I'll run to the crowd and say something.
Do you remember when Eric Dyer ran into the crowd to get coronavirus and then football got cancelled?
From his brother.
Oh man.
But fucking hell, that was just like Tottenham were having the howler of a season. They really have benefited from this fucking.
Why Eric Dyer's brother was so high up in the crowd?
No, that's the family section. Don't say that.
So why were people fighting him in the family section?
There's no rules.
That was Sergio Aurier.
Whose family was fighting that?
Sorry, Dan, man. Someone said I got a single bed. I got a double bed. I'm not Tigo. I'm not Tigo. I'll come in the crowd and start fighting people. I've got a double bed.
We've done this on the show. You climbed on your bed to prove it the other day.
I've proven it already. Sorry, Dan. What?
Nah, somebody put they should be able to take their shirts off again. I did like that era.
Yeah, yellow cards for your celebrations is rude. I don't like.
Maybe with a 60-minute stop clock. I don't know.
It's these sponsors, man. These sponsors don't want you taking off their tops.
Yeah, that is the real reason. Yeah,
that is the actual reason. So.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, that makes sense. The celebration is the biggest part of football, mainly.
The photos on the DPS of the fucking newspaper is a guy celebrating a goal, but there's no sponsors on it. I didn't pay for that.
Yeah, but again, that is not a big problem in football. You can probably remember a handful of people that took the top off consistently. Ravanelli, consistently. Yeah. After that, it was like Micah Richards in a flipping FA Cup game, or like it was just.
It's a winner. If it's a late winner, your top's coming up.
You can't have Flight Emirates' money and tell them they can't be there when you want their money. It comes with rules.
Yeah, it's true.
I agree with you, but I just think it's a little bit silly because when the person scores, one person takes the top off, 10 others have Fly Emirates. The fucking sponsors around have Fly Emirates. There's about how many fans in the crowd?
Look at the newspaper.
You get the point. It's fly.
Look at the slow mo clip of the goal in the Sky advert does not have all that. It's focus, a guy's chest.
Oh, many goals.
Poet. Let me tell you something. If I put £10 million anywhere, you keep your top on.
Yep.
I hear that, but like I said,
I'm with you as well. I get it.
Not gonna come. That are gonna be top off. It's gonna be like what 10? Like that, man. Ryan Giggs.
If you're gonna take the top off, don't score.
No, take the yellow. You just got to take the yellow. Nothing silly.
Remember, Bentner set the whole cause back by having those Paddy Power pants on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Remember when Papi Cisse didn't want to wear the Wonga shirt?
Yeah.
Wonga. Was that a bank?
No, loan shirt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's it, yeah.
I rate that so highly.
Tigo, how Northern Rock?
What's that? Northern Rock. Fuck off.
Man. We should get into the worst sponsors, man.
Hey, I already know who it is. It has to be them. Angry Birds.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. That's got to be the worst sponsor.
Oh my God.
There's a team in this country in South America who has Homer on their top. So who's their sponsor?
Who had Football Manager? Who had Football Manager on their shirt?
Oh God, get out.
Wimbledon.
Yeah. Wimbledon.
That's a great sponsor. I like that sponsor.
Yeah.
Quality.
And Watford as well, right? Watford have it?
Yeah. That's an L. Sorry.
That's an L.
Arsenal had Sega and Dreamcast. I thought that was
that
class.
was terrible.
That was class.
Yeah.
That was class.
Fiorentina had Nintendo. That was class.
Oh my God, that was lit. Sega and Dreamcast was more lit though.
Napoli had Mars. That was class.
Who had the bar?
Fulham had Pizza Hut. Fulham had Pizza Hut.
Say that
Pizza Hut was hard.
He was a dickhead, you know. Diego said, who had the bar?
Don't say that because Sunderland are going to come and ask.
Oh, one of these teams gonna have to get a porn flipping sponsor. They're gonna have to.
Listen, with all these companies going bust, how long can they keep turning down porn money?
Bro, there's so much money.
And what happened to Tube 8?
It's still there. It's still there.
Still there.
Still there.
That was my secondary site.
Did you know? Yeah, there's an OnlyFans leak. Well, I think it happened. I just got sent one today.
Send me it then.
Hold on, I'll pull in the group.
Thank you.
Yes!
I didn't want you because it's Ramadan. But someone sent it to me. And yeah, there's just bare stuff in there. And then like it's also like them showing their houses and that. And these lot are all eating off OnlyFans. Eating.
Yeah.
Dan, send it to me now.
Wait, Dan, I saw product placement in porn, but I didn't know how to tell you.
What was it? What was placed?
Sure deodorant. It wasn't placed. I'll tell you that. It wasn't placed anywhere.
That was Miles.
That was Miles.
Scrib. The reaction from the crowd. They're just booing him. They're just booing him. He's horrible. Scrib was like Shane when he was working in Jamaica. They're calling him Asher D of Top Boy in his worst moment. Oh my Lord.
This is exactly why I didn't want to come on.
Dan, send the link, man.
I'm doing it right now. Wait there.
Hey, Little Yo-Yo, you're not getting it, bro. Your name's Little Yo-Yo. You can't get the link. What are you going to do? Wasting your time, bro.
Walker's Crisp was a terrible sponsor.
They're from Leicester, though, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Chopper Chops on Sheffield Wednesday. That was great.
Oh, Dan, thank you, man.
What is it? Is it?
It's quality, yeah.
Guys, I'm gone. I'll try you back.
Tigo.
Yeah.
Can I go to the back room, please?
Yeah.
Where shall I work out? The crowd want the link. Is this even legal? What I'm doing?
No,
Dan. They have to DM you and pay you.
I feel like the crowd want it. I feel like if you want this link, give me a hell yeah.
This feels like the behind the scenes WWE now.
I need a hell yeah. I need 50 hell yeah.
We need likes, Dan. We need likes. Click the like button.
And subscribe.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm going to go and have a look and see what likes we're at. And we're going to set a target. And then if they hit that target, they get the link.
And you take that link, Tigo, and put that in the comments for them.
Yeah, I'll post it here, yeah. We are at 290. We're at 290 likes right now. We're going to need at least 400 likes if you're going to get this link.
Jeez.
Yeah. Listen, it is massive, guys. It stressed me out when I first got it.
Listen, it's so big that it makes people do mad stuff.
Yeah.
Dan, it is live. It is live, bro. You can't mess with me. You can't mess with me, bro. Fucking hell, bro.
Who's that?
You can't tell.
Who's that echoing?
Hey, they got to 400 likes that fast. Fucking hell.
You lot got to 400 fast.
You lot are bandits. I
dread to think how fast you can do what you're going to do with this link.
Hey, this is what I'm saying. This is what people are doing for promotion. You see what Pornhub has done?
Yes. All right, guys, look. I've got it here. I've got control. I got click. I got paste. Let me just check what lights are on.
239 folders, blood.
Come on, just give us 70 more likes.
Well,
just give us 70 more. I've got it here. Look.
Okay,
Look at me.
Just 70 more likes, people. Savage Dan's coming through with the link. I've got it. It's ready to paste. 441 likes. Just to get to 500 quickly.
Come on. Quarantine. Come on.
Thank you.
Listen, you lot can clap for the NHS so you can clap for Dan's link. Let's just get to 464. I promise I'm not trolling. I'm not going to fucking push it to 600. I just want to hit that 500 number.
This is how rappers should sell their mixtapes. This is how they should get people to view their stuff. Stop sending links to your EPs and start sending links to stolen OnlyFans.
There's one
480.
There's one thing I saw that I almost paid for, fam.
Yeah, no. There's a bro. I'm not gonna lie, because I was trying to work at the same time as like going through these folders. Yeah, there is bare and like, and I'm trying to listen at the same time because I'm doing like radio edits. Yeah, and I just couldn't hear no swear words, but there was like 10 in there. But
sorry. Hold on. It's Ramadan,
guys. If you apologies to everyone on Ramadan. Ignore this link that's about to come out. We are at 500 likes and.
This side
there is
nuts.
boys. You've got it. Twitch, YouTube. Savage Dan has delivered. You can DM him your thanks. It's there.
This is please just don't hit it if you're fasting. Do not hit this. Even I said that in the filthy group. It is haram and it's gonna take you
very much so
30 days if you want this. Like just plot it off somewhere if you need it, but don't use it. Come on.
We've had some moments on this flipping stream, man.
It's a great show.
He's had 4 headies today.
Man, this is what I'm telling, man. It's terabytes, bro. This is big files, bro. This will nice you forever.
Guys, we just lost 100 viewers.
Right, guys.
People are running. People are like, see you lot later.
They've all gone to flipping. Yeah. They're gone. Enjoy.
Oh, no. I thought the Muslim brothers said we're leaving this ends.
No. They're like, this is distracting me from all of that. Listen.
One second. The Muslims have gone over there now.
No, it's the people that have gone to shoulder shake that have
left. But they're Muslims.
No, not everyone in here is a Muslim.
Bex has got the most Muslim fans though.
Malak ya Tal. Malak ya Nas.
Bro, you was naked a minute ago. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, that's press ups. You don't do press ups before?
Well, I am fatigued if I do press ups before porn.
Everybody who's not watching this live, you can go into the live chat on YouTube and get the link if you really want the link. But it's there. It's in the live chat. Or someone could post it in the comments if they want to be nice to people watching this later or tomorrow or whatever.
To every WhatsApp group across the country.
Dan, I was saying yesterday that Chelsea should do everything to get Aubameyang.
Yeah, I know he wants to stay here in England. I'm not sure how much money Chelsea have to spend. I presume we're one of the clubs that can spend, but
yeah. Although you are trying to get pay cuts.
Are we?
Well, naturally, everyone is.
Yeah, seems like PSG are doing it. Must be just the thing to do.
Yeah, I suppose it's just one of those things. I do think you should go and get Aubameyang though. I do think Chelsea need him.
He'd be great for Chelsea.
100%.
Left and middle.
Yeah.
Honestly, Chelsea is the one team, but aside from the obvious, that I'm scared of.
Say that again.
Chelsea is the one team, aside from the 2 obvious ones, that I'm scared of.
I feel like Chelsea will have a good season next year, providing we get any kind of pre-season and all of that kind of stuff, and then manage to get some business done. I think we'll be a threat next year.
That's Lampard.
He's all right, I guess. Yeah.
You lost a lot. You lost a lot of games this season, and the season didn't end. It still could have gone wrong this season. I feel like coronavirus kind of helped you guys as well.
Nah, I mean, I think we'll finish this season, but I still think we'll get top 4.
With your manager.
And I feel like that was our objective at the beginning of the season. And if you look at the beginning of the season, I'm talking before the first match is played.
Yeah.
If anyone had given Chelsea top 4 and said you can have
You'll lose 13 games. Yeah.
But you're not even just that. Say you'll get 4th place this year, we would have taken it.
Agreed.
So, yeah, it's a transitional period. We'll probably be next year stronger than we are this year, but still a bit of a transition. I reckon Chelsea will win the Premier League the season before Newcastle win it.
Well, look at this. Jordy, you could probably help me more here. I believe you have Man United next, right?
Yes.
And it's this 3 points difference between you two.
Yeah.
Man United have a better goal difference.
Yeah.
Hold on. Why do we have Man United next?
I thought you said that. I thought that's what you said. Oh, was it Tottenham?
Tottenham, yeah.
Tottenham. It wasn't Chelsea. It was Tottenham, yeah. 3 points difference. Man United have a better goal difference. Ollie versus Lampard.
Wipe out.
How confident were you really, though? How confident were you really?
Me or Dan?
Dan.
I always feel like Chelsea. I feel like Chelsea are better than Man U, and when we play Man U, we usually play well. That's not just this season. I know we got slapped 4-0, but even
you lose to them 3 times this season.
Yeah. But in all these games, I feel like Chelsea have played well. All of them.
No, do you know what, Dan? You're right too.
It's just one of you see, like football's a bitch sometimes, isn't it? And it kicks you in the teeth and it keeps you down for a bit, and you go through your purple patches, and then you have 5 games where you can't get a win. Like that is football, and I feel like Man U, we just can't beat them at the moment. Same way Arsenal couldn't beat us for 100 years, and then we couldn't beat them for like 3 years. It's just one of those weird things. So we're all pretty shit right now in terms of where we've been. Like all of these teams have been at the top of this league, and now
I don't remember our last game, but I remember the 4-0 game wasn't how it seems on paper. And I remember
that first game, no.
The League Cup was because Rashford hit that Hail Mary free kick.
Yeah.
So I don't remember the last game, but yeah, I would say
Chelsea have had flat performances all season. I'm not ever worried about Chelsea playing a team like Man United because I feel like usually you'll get a performance. You might not get the win, but you'll get a performance. But then I was at the the Southampton game. We got beat 2-0 at home. Our home form this year has been dead. So I'm not worried about the bigger games that we can seem to get up for a bit. It's about those Brighton and them trips up north, and it's just I don't know. It's a young squad. I think that's what the problem is. I feel like you see, like when you're 20 or 23, whatever it is, playing game in, game out at a particular level is harder than being able to do it at 29. At 29,
nine defeats in 29 games, though. That's nearly a loss in every 3.
Everyone else got a similar record.
United got 8. Leicester got 8.
You know what I'm saying?
City got 7.
In many ways, we've got an excuse.
Tottenham got 10.
A young squad,
with no money.
Yeah, we couldn't. We sold our best player. We've got a young squad. We've had hella injuries this year as well. We have not an excuse for 9 defeats, but we've got an excuse for 9 defeats if everyone else got an excuse for 7 or 8. So it's just
I mean, Arsenal got 6 defeats. They got one of the lowest amounts of defeats in the league, second lowest, I think, and they're 9th.
Yeah,
you'd rather be with 9 defeats than 4th.
Exactly. It just means
I just don't know though, because you were losing stupid games.
We've lost at home so often this year that it's been a worry. Like, and also the bridge has been flat. I'm talking, you go there, like not even a Matty Harding stand can get this ground going. Like it's quiet.
And that's with Lampard.
It's not. I'm not even sure if it's Lampard. It's the Chelsea fans are used to going to the bridge and watching us win. And we've been spoiled over the years. We had ridiculous home records and we've had title-winning teams and all of that. And we're having to be humbled a little bit, and it's not nice. So we're not sick. We're getting outsung by 5,000 fans sitting in a corner more time. And it's because Chelsea aren't used to it. We're a little bit shell-shocked and we're a little bit like, oh, like a goal goes in and you just hear the whole ground go, oh. And it's just not... I don't know. And then there's been a couple of games where the crowd's at it, but the crowd, it's like the crowd don't, if the team's playing shit, we're not lifting them at the moment. There's nothing that lifts them. We're only shouting and screaming if the team's already playing well.
Sounds like you've succumbed to the disease of the modern football stadium, unfortunately.
100%.
So rather than get you into more trouble with Chelsea, what would you give up for Aubameyang? Let's say there's not a finance. Say you have to give away a couple of players. What couple of players do you reckon you could do a deal with that Chelsea could afford to lose? Arsenal would be willing to take that would add up to Aubameyang.
Batshuayi.
As it stands, I'm taking it. We're not including the players that are running out of contract because we got
definitely not. No, definitely not.
So I would say Batshuayi. Is he? No, yeah, Batshuayi's still on the books. He's not even running out of contract.
Arsenal would need a new forward. So,
I mean, how many more chances does he get at a high level club? I'm not sure. That's my only thing. So yeah, as in you definitely try and put that on the table. You'd try and put on.
We were doing it the other day. You've got a lot of midfielders.
We've got a lot of defenders as well.
You've got a lot of defenders, but how many of them are? Arsenal have got a lot of defenders. Arsenal ain't trying to do business on defenders.
The ones who aren't going anywhere. Like so, for example, we have a lot of midfielders. I personally think Kovacic, Jorginho, Kante is the three I would start in the middle if you're playing a three.
Is he on loan or you bought him, Kovacic?
No,
they bought him now, yeah.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
And then you've got Mount and Barkley. I personally, don't fire me, you man, innit? But I would personally try and put Barkley on the table for that. But
Barkley and Batshuayi for Aubameyang. Could you see Arsenal taking that deal?
Yes.
Throw a bit of cash in.
We need one more. We need
no cash. Let's do this with no cash.
We need one more. It's not enough.
Fuck off. I
think they might need one more.
You would take that.
Bro, they're losing their man. They're losing their main man, and we're giving them kind of
they're losing their main man that wants to leave, wants too much money, and has 18 months left on a contract.
18 months is still long enough to get some.
Throw Gilmore on there. Gilmore.
Nah, you can't have him.
Oi, these lot still got Morata.
I would keep Mount. We still got Morata.
Nah, they have they.
They do. He's on loan.
Is he on
wasn't
loan?
It wasn't like a loan till the end of his contract though?
No, I'm sure we bought him on a 5-year. Hold on.
Give us Morata.
There's no respect. You know, actually, Arteta might want Morata.
Morata's better than Batshuayi.
Yeah, he's on loan. Fuck.
I don't think he's better than Batshuayi.
Yeah, go have Morata and Barkley.
No, he's going permanent. He's going permanent.
Okay.
Loan to buy. Okay, cool.
But if he wasn't, you can have him. Yeah, perfectly.
You need to add you need to add a player to this deal. Who are you saying? So you've offloaded a player Batshuayi you don't want, and he's directly replaced by Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Ross Barkley in a crowded midfield.
Yeah.
What's the thing Arsenal are going to say? Yeah, that's something we actually want or need.
What do Arsenal need?
They need
everything except centre backs.
Loftus Cheek.
Nah, I've just got a feeling. Do you know what? Because Loftus Cheek's been around for so long, yeah. Like I personally feel like he's going to really struggle to get back into the Chelsea team, a Chelsea team that's playing well. Anyone can break into a team that's not playing well because you get your chance and you can impress. You come in.
Anyone.
But as in, you see what I'm saying? Like I've come on in games where I was on the bench and we're losing 3-1. I come on and I look sick, but it's not that I've looked. It's just I'm playing my own game. You lot have all your morale's hit the floor. Like you can look good after when the team's down.
Yeah,
I do think he's young. People think he's been around for time, but he's young. He's still only like 23. So
he's how young
he is. He's a unit, and he's taken a long time to come back. But I feel like he's back now. I feel like
he's 24.
Dan, give us Pedro.
His contract's up. He wouldn't be part of a deal.
So's Williams.
Yeah.
I would have said Pedro 100%, and I think we should renew Williams' deal.
People saying Alonso. What about Ethan Ampadu? How much is he going to play?
It's true.
Give him Charlie Musonda and
Musonda's got to be gone by now.
No,
and Van Ginkel.
None of these are players Arsenal are going to say yes to though.
Van Ginkel.
Are they all right? The Arsenal need a left-sided defender.
Centre back, no.
Let me tell you, man, Arsenal don't need anything at the back. They're jam-packed over there, door to door.
And they might need a right back because they signed a right back for 5 million and he's gone already.
Zappa Costa.
Yeah.
I feel like Arsenal are going to want a younger player. I think you're jumping into the senior players too much.
Arsenal will have a look at Batshuayi and at Barkley, and you might have to throw in an Emerson or something like that. But for me, like
you're hoarding these young players, man. Callum Hudson-Odoi, Ethan Ampadu.
Okay. All right, cool. So there we have a conversation. So I've got a soft spot for thing, obviously, because me and him did the Corona thing with Hudson-Odoi. So
yeah.
I personally would keep him, but if Chelsea were looking to do a straight swap for Aubameyang for Hudson-Odoi, I'll take it.
You should give up Mount.
That's Lampard's guy, man.
You know what? I like Mount, yeah, because even though, remember these kids, it's their first season and they're kids. I'm expecting these lot to peak in like 5 years more.
But how long? Like, okay, so you sign Aubameyang, you got someone that can play on the left, play through the middle. You've already got Ziyech, you've already got Pulisic, you've already got how many of those positions are?
Oh, you've
got young players saying that young players you give big contracts to already.
We're gonna have Ziyech, we're gonna have Pulisic. We're gonna have. I'm presuming we'll have Aubameyang just based on this.
On this conversation, yeah.
And then we need backups as well. So we'll have Hudson-Odoi, and who says he's a backup? You know what I'm saying? These are players that are going to give these players competition. Same on the other side with Mount. Mount doesn't even play in the midfield. I don't like Mount too much in the 10. If I'm totally honest, I feel like you need to be super sharp to play in that 10.
Yeah, you said that yesterday. Yeah.
And also, not even that. I feel like now the way formations are set up, every team wants to play with a 10, but 10s are special players. Bare teams don't play with 10s because 10s aren't. It's not just a player who sits behind the striker. A 10 has to have mad talent, and sometimes you don't have a 10 in your squad. I personally feel like even at Sunday level, I'm seeing bare man playing a 10. None of you can play. You're better off just playing 4. You're not a 10. You know what I'm saying? 10s are different levels.
Bruno Fernandes.
Listen to me now. Listen to me. You Muslim guys in the crowd are getting on my nerves. I'm not watching on my phone, brother, but haram. That's good sucking. You're killing. Fuck out of there, man. These Muslims got too many rules. I can't live my life because he's Muslim. Move.
Yeah.
That's what I'm not doing. Don't hold me for it.
So Dan, you've done a lot of saying that you're not willing to give up any more than anything that Arsenal really want.
Gilmore and I want Mount, and I know that's not very clever because in many ways they could turn out to be a very similar player.
Gilmore's a child though, like he's super young.
Bro, he's not that much younger than Mount.
No,
though, isn't he?
He's like two, and Mount's like 20.
Yeah, but that 2 years at that age is massive in football. 25, 18, 20, and Mount's played a lot more games, senior games than Gilmore.
Yeah.
Gilmore's position is a lot more complex than Mount's at Chelsea. There's bare people that can play Gilmore's position. Realistically, in that CM, them 2 centre midfielders.
So you're saying out of those 2, you would get rid of Gilmore?
No, I'll keep Gilmore. I would get rid of Mount.
Yeah, Gilmore's a brain. He's a brain.
I wouldn't get rid of either. I just think you have to make that decision for 2-3 years.
Yeah, I'm saying on loan.
I thought you were saying you had to get rid of one of the. Who would you get rid of?
Yeah,
I wouldn't get rid of any of them.
No, I'm saying if you got packaged together a deal, you got to get Aubameyang over the line. You can't spend money on him.
You should give Mount 100%.
But what is that? What Arsenal want? I feel like Arsenal are going to want a more direct player, or just someone young and exciting. Ethan Ampadu.
That's what Arsenal would need at all. I would prefer
Callum Hudson-Odoi.
I think that's a good deal though. Aubameyang for Callum Hudson-Odoi.
And money, yes.
But take money out of it. Take money out of it.
So
just a straight swap. We need someone else.
And Batshuayi.
Batshuayi, I reckon you can get by Batshuayi for fucking pocket change though, if you actually put money on the table.
I want Hudson-Odoi and Reece James.
Yeah, but you're not having him.
You're not having him.
No, you're not getting it. You're not getting it.
There's no way.
Zuma, Ryan Hughes said no, but Arsenal got 1 billion centre backs, man.
We don't want no more centre backs.
Arsenal need a holding midfielder.
Hudson-Odoi is the only thing that you would probably maybe even get away with giving us. Maybe
Arsenal need a holding midfielder. Chelsea have 7 of them.
I feel like
what I'm hearing from Dan here is he doesn't want to do the deal.
Yeah.
He's wasting everyone's time.
I know what I want. I've got belief in some of these young players.
Then you don't want Aubameyang then?
I do want Aubameyang. All right, cool. Barkley, Batshuayi, and
there you go. There you go.
And I'll go Emerson.
No.
I don't know him.
Who you got at left back?
Say it again.
Be honest with yourself, Dan. Dan, be honest with yourself right now, yeah, and take a look at these players. At 21, you have to be in the first team at Chelsea or just allow it. So Mount, he's 20 years old now. Ziyech has just signed. The position that Mount is only can play in at Chelsea side looks like number 10. He's not going to occupy that next season.
He plays on the left. He does play from the left as well.
Yeah, but if he plays on the left, you're saying Pulisic, like he hasn't got that explosive pace. He's not direct like that. Hudson-Odoi, like realistically, Mount is not going to... I don't know how Mount will survive at Chelsea now that my man's come.
All right, cool. Take Hudson-Odoi.
Then we got a deal. Deals to me, Hudson-Odoi, Ross Barkley, that's a deal.
No, Bakayoko.
You know I want Bakayoko.
Huh?
I want Bakayoko.
Exactly.
Bakayoko.
You need a holding midfielder.
Bakayoko is a holding midfielder.
Yeah.
4-2-3-1.
Bakayoko was at Monaco.
Yeah.
I'll send the DVDs from 5 years ago. We can get this back.
Course.
Specs.
If I have to get over the line, I'll do what it takes. You know the reason I say that? I feel like as time goes on, Mount will become more intelligent, even though he's already quite sharp. And I feel like he does get rid of the ball when at the right times, but he's still young. Whereas Hudson,
do you have the time? Do you have the time to nurture that? You're Chelsea. You need trophies now. You're not Arsenal. Arsenal can have Mount and nourish it for a couple of years. You need trophies now.
This Chelsea is different.
It's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock.
Oh,
I feel like this Chelsea is different.
It's tomorrow, bro.
What?
He's clubbing with the NHS. It's Thursdays.
Oh yes.
Honestly, you got to look at the competition the Premier League presents, and then look at your team, and then say how ready is this team for what's happening.
All right, let's have a look.
Is ready to be number 10.
Hudson-Odoi is a big talent. Yeah, we know that. But does a player like that have a ceiling?
Who knows?
A player like that more often have a ceiling than a player like Mount.
Yeah, but like they're 18. If he's got a ceiling, mate, your child's gonna be 10 years old, giving you more headache by then.
He's more likely to get him on the ball wide right and just see what he does. He's gonna beat a man and whip a ball or whatever it is. I feel like Mount plays.
Yeah, but I'm Mikel Arteta. And I'm looking at Callum Hudson-Odoi and I'm saying Hudson-Odoi and Pepe on the wings. Plus we got Ross Barkley now in the midfield. We can afford to lose Aubameyang. Let's do this deal.
Yeah, so I'm saying that's why I would give you that. Because I would prefer to have Ziyech and Pulisic than Pepe.
Yep.
And Callum.
Yep.
Tigo.
Yeah.
Tigo.
Arsenal don't have that option, but yeah.
Tigo, do you think Barkley's good enough to play for Arsenal, honestly?
Yes.
He's good enough to play for Chelsea. He must be good enough to play for Arsenal.
I think he's one of the worst. I think he's the worst.
No, he's not.
Decision making. I think he's terrible.
If he's the worst and he can play for Arsenal, that says it all about us.
Yeah, where would he play? Where would he play?
Take everyone's space, mate.
I would say that Arteta might say, yeah, let's talk about Ampadu.
He'll play with
Barkley
no more.
I'll take Ampadu.
I'm just happy I got Ziyech, bro. That guy, trust me. I'm in Grove, bro. I see these Moroccans, they go mad. These Moroccans are mad. Yeah,
that's how old is that? 26, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mount's over, man. It's over, man.
Yeah. You're getting a more job. That's the thing. Like, for years, these young players didn't break through at Chelsea because we had such a talented and senior squad. You know what I'm saying? When you've got bare 28, 29-year-olds and they're ballers forget breaking into that squad because
They're
gonna...
29, you can think about breaking into the squad. I think you can. It's when they're 25, 26. That's just like, and you're 20 years old. If I Mason Mount and you just sign Ziyech, I'm looking for a loan move.
When they're 28, 29, you can think about breaking into the team in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, but you're 20 years old. That's perfect for you.
Yeah,
but 26, 20. When they're 26 now,
you've seen how like jittery these players get. They want to play first team football, not at 23. We want to play first team football from 19. I don't mean
what you want and what it is two different things. There's not bare 19-year-olds playing first team football like that. If they are, they're coming off the bench and they're not starting like that. So man, I think what it is.
No,
but not start. There's more 19-year-olds not starting than, and it's like you have to be exceptional talent. If you're not an exceptional talent, do what most players do. Sit down, bide your time. Look at Frank Lampard, prime example. Bide your time, work, get into the team. Do you know what I mean?
But surely you've seen how impatient young players seem to be getting now.
I feel like all of those Chelsea players we're talking about are exceptional talents, though. Every single to a man. Ampadu, Callum, Hudson-Odoi, Mason, Gilmore. I think, I think they're all up there.
Yeah, we're just trying to.
I don't know how long it takes to nurture all of them. Like I think Mount will take longer to nurture than it would take Hudson-Odoi. That's a complex position, and it's like you have to be really special to get that one.
Go on, Jordy.
Loftus-Cheek has to go.
Dan's not trying to hear that, but it does look that way. Yeah.
Yeah, but we can say that because we haven't seen him play for 2 years. Basically, that's the thing.
But you can't rely on what you want to see at this point. When Dom Solanke's doing it at Bournemouth.
Dan, you've got too many good midfielders. You can go.
Yeah, but you know why I'm wary now, yeah? Watch me. Chelsea, I've watched this Chelsea team give away Mohamed Salah. Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, we're giving away we give him away and they become the world's best player. I'm not doing it again. So
he's 24.
Dan, you can't think like that though. Dan, you got to look at your circumstances when you gave these players away. If you had no one that was preventing them from playing, you have every right to be upset. But look at the stuff you won when you gave away those players. They were never going to contribute to you winning them trophies. For them to be the players that they are now, they had to leave. Salah had to leave. Kevin De Bruyne had to leave. You weren't going to give him the first team games that Werder Bremen were giving him or Roma were giving Salah. You weren't going to do that. So you weren't going to get...
All right, you see me, yeah? If I'm giving you one of my ballers, my young ballers, I'm giving you him with a buyback clause. And it's just that.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. The teams really activate buyback. They only activate buyback clauses so that they can sell them on at a profit. They don't really activate them to bring them back.
But that's because usually the players they sell don't bad it up wherever they go. If someone starts slapping it, going mad, trust me, that buyback gets activated.
Dan, Loftus-Cheek has to go.
This is called having your cake and eating it too. And Dan is fully trying to have his cake and eat it too. He wants everyone.
You lot are trying to back me into a corner. I don't want to lose my players. I know I'm happy to lose, but you lot aren't happy to have them.
This is a team that's lost 9 games this season already.
Dan, you haven't even been here when I've said it, but Kante needs to go.
Nah, do you know he has been sliding a little bit, but do you know football's contagious, bro? Like Kante has not lost it.
He hasn't.
The team's just not performing, and when that happens, everyone looks worse than they are.
But don't you think also the position he's having to play as well?
Exactly.
He's been moved all over the place since Sarri got there. So he don't even know what he is anymore, probably.
No, he knows what he is.
Well, the thing is, we watched him bad it up in a 2, and then he came into a 3 and was the deepest. So we know but he came into a 3 that was like it was going mad. So now he's playing in a midfield with Jorginho, who had probably one of the worst first seasons that man's seen for a while. And then playing with Bakayoko. Like, we can say Kante's lost it, but he's not played in the most thrilling Chelsea teams.
Listen, Dan, stop the press conference. Joey says Kante for Aubameyang. He's making the offer. He's put the offer on the table. Kante for Aubameyang.
No, Joey.
I'll take it.
Of course, you take it.
I know you would.
Joey, no.
That's amazing.
I think about it.
Listen, Dan hasn't ruled it out. This is sitting on his desk.
I'd think about it.
What would you think?
There's logic.
No, there isn't.
There is.
Why? You said Kante has to leave.
Yeah, but not more than Aubameyang needs to come.
How do you figure?
So now you don't even want that deal.
Arsenal are laughing if that happens.
Well, Jordy, don't you think though? Yeah, you said that Chelsea have loads of midfielders. I think honestly, I think it's a great deal for both clubs. I think Chelsea were just missing a good striker last season. I think they can do that, Kante. And I think Arsenal, we need someone in the middle of the park.
You know what I would say actually? Maybe they do, maybe if they do want to get rid, but I don't think they'd give him to a Prem club.
Nah.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna decline. You can keep Aubameyang. I'm not getting rid of Kante.
Because you know he's amazing.
But what if he wants to go?
Come, Kante.
Oh, you see me? I'm one of those people. If a player wants to go, and there's a decent deal on the table and an adequate replacement, I think he should go.
Aubameyang.
No, but I'm saying, yeah, he wants to go. That's fine.
No, I'm saying Aubameyang for Kante. It's weirdly logical, this deal.
But Kante don't want to go.
Or does he? Because Jordy reckons he does.
Well, that's the question I would have for him if I was Frank Lampard.
Jordy doesn't reckon he wants to go Arsenal.
No one wants to go Arsenal.
I mean,
but does the deal make sense from a club perspective? I think, yeah, we can all agree. Like a player playing in the Champions League is not looking at Arsenal going, that looks like fun.
I think even on Chelsea's perspective, giving Kante away is stupid.
Not giving him away.
Giving him away for Aubameyang is stupid.
Why is it stupid if it's worth selling him at all? Why is it not worth selling him for the top goal scorer of the Premier League for the last 3 seasons?
Because he's the best DM in the world going to another Premier League club.
What's being at another Premier League club got to do with it?
He's effective. We don't want to help our rival.
Okay, but earlier on, Pogba for Kante made sense. Why doesn't it make sense now? Now you're sounding like Miles, and this is just anti-Arsenal. This is Miles anti-Arsenal.
That didn't make sense to me.
Yes, it did.
Did it? I don't know.
You said it makes sense.
Oh, but I think I said no, though.
Once you talk it through, there's logic to these deals.
I can't see why you'd give Kante away to another Premier League club.
Wait, did you say the best DM in the Premier or the world?
World.
In which people will say he's not the best. Yeah, he's not playing as him. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, bro. Henry was the sickest striker. Aubameyang is the hardest striker, probably in somewhere in the league right now. Like he's top 3 strikers in the league. If I put him at right back or centre back, he's not the best in the league.
Nah, Tigo, you pissed me off.
Why?
Over for Kante don't make sense.
So I'm not. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not having.
You just don't like it. You just don't like it because it's so good. That's all. Of course, it does make sense.
That don't make sense, man.
You said it.
It makes sense for Arsenal.
It's a good deal.
Wants to leave.
Kante, McTominay, and Bruno Fernandes.
No, Kante for Oba, I mean.
I'm having him.
Of course.
Of course, the Arsenal side, there's not much thought going into this. I think it's the Chelsea side that needs some time.
I would have Eddie and Nketiah up top for the whole season to have Kante in midfield.
This is what I mean.
I expect.
Of course, bro.
You know what? I'm going to try and make this happen, man. Let me send it.
If you think Arsenal, yeah, I'm accepting we need about 2-3 seasons to be great again. So let's find the place that if we nurture them now in 2-3 seasons, they'll be that guy. Let's not try and win anything now.
But let's just do this. Kante plays central midfield for Chelsea, doesn't play DM. Aubameyang plays left wing for Arsenal, he doesn't play up front. Kante is one of the best midfielders in the league, even though he's...
man are DMing me for this flipping link.
It's been in the chat, for fuck's sake. Someone posted it in the comments down there so people get access to it. So Aubameyang could play up front for Chelsea, and Kante could play DM for Arsenal.
Whew. Yeah.
Aubameyang up front is probably the best striker in the league.
Aubameyang wants to play up front for Chelsea. Kante doesn't want to play DM for Arsenal.
Oh, that's a different thing. Whether players want to go is not the same as whether it makes sense for the clubs.
Should I take that off the table then?
Yeah, player interest is secondary. Because at the end of the day, could Kante be convinced to join Arsenal? Yeah, I think he could.
What?
Bro, I think you overrate what players' like personal ambitions are.
I'm gonna phone you.
Hey, Jordy, have you met Kante?
I'm gonna phone you, Tigo.
Jordy, have you met Kante?
No, but I have common sense, Paul. So
I've never met Kante.
Kante is the nicest guy in the whole world. He was probably the guys that Dan used to convince to go to the sweet shop to buy him a burger with their money because it made sense. And they probably would. Kante is a nice guy. I reckon you could convince him to go, maybe not Arsenal, but to go worse than where he is right now.
No, but I'm saying
to play anywhere than his position for 2 years.
You're going on like you're the only person allowed to talk to him. What if Lampard just puts his arm around him? We love you, man. We need you, and he stays.
Then you don't get Aubameyang.
That's it.
Aubameyang.
I don't want Aubameyang if it means I lose Kante. I don't.
But this whole premise is based on the idea that Geordie reckons it's time for Kante to leave.
Geordie's wrong.
No. I still do think it's time for Kante to leave.
Why?
We're at an impasse then, lads.
Yeah, but no, you lot are just
because you want to put Kante at PSG, you want to put Aubameyang at PSG. This is not creative deal making. This is not creative deal making.
I didn't say Kante at PSG.
Where then?
I don't know. Just not Arsenal.
Fuck you.
Again, you're doing a Miles. You're being Miles, Jordan.
I'm not being Miles. I'm being a man that looks at Arsenal that are ninth who won't even pay his wage. They won't pay his wage.
They would pay his wage because they'd be losing Aubameyang's wage. They just transport it direct.
Here's the thing, yeah. Personal ambitions. Why would you go to Arsenal if you have big ambitions?
Because the club accepted the bid.
But you're saying he has big ambitions.
Yeah.
My bro,
somebody said
he won the World Cup, he won the Premier League.
I'm not sure who it was. Somebody said personal ambitions. He might want to go for personal. Why? Why would you go to Arsenal for personal?
No, I wouldn't say that. No, I'm just saying you. I wouldn't say that his only ambition is to play for the best team in the world.
Yeah,
because he doesn't play for the best team in the world.
Give me an incentive. Why would he?
Also have more Muslim players.
Money's a great incentive. Yeah. The fact that the team that you play for has accepted the bid, so clearly they've considered you not as important for this team as the player they're trying to get in. The fact that you're still in London, whatever, David Luiz is over there. Everyone loves David Luiz. And Arsenal are a big brand. They're a big club. You get treated all right over there. Like, there's a reason to do it. There's as many, because players jump from big teams to smaller teams all the time. This wouldn't be like the first time this has ever happened.
Yeah, but when they're not playing or when they're unhappy.
Not even. When did Neymar go PSG?
Not while they're the best DM in the world.
Well, he's not playing DM though.
Well, I'm gonna have to.
He's not the best DM in the world at the moment. He's not the best DM in the world at the moment. He's not the best DM in the world at the moment.
He's not the best DM in the world. Casemiro's better than him. There's quite a few people. To be fair, it's not 2018, fam. His market value's gone down. It's not what
I think
he's gone down. I'm sorry.
I think since he's
been injured better this season as well. So,
I think he's been better since he's moved to you. I think you lot kind of destroyed him a bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave, man.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this anyway. We've gone to 3 hours 12 minutes.
All right, I'm calling someone because this has pissed me off. I'm calling someone.
It's time to break. Pause anyway.
Fuck you, look.
Geordie's worked himself into a corner here.
Fuck you. Kante is not going Arsenal.
Geordie, phone Miles. You two can argue about Arsenal and Man United. I know that's what you want to do.
Geordie, come